Ladies and gentlemen, we're live on the air. Welcome to the 5th edition of RetroUnlim Live, Thur5day, or Thursday, you can read that however you will like. But in the chat with me this evening, we're a little bit sparse. However, we're expecting quite a few surprises along the way, so be sure to stick with us for the full 2 hours, and longer if we decide to overrun for whatever reason. So, in the room with me this evening, we shall get straight on to the introductions. From left to right, we have Bob. Hello,
Hey.
Bob.
How's it going, guys?
Have you recovered from last week yet?
No. I'm scarred for life after last week, basically.
And another question I have for you. That's the same headset that I have. Yes, is that the
Yeah.
Microsoft something or other?
It's the it's LX3000. I
Yes.
bought it for like 10 pence at a car boot sale, boxed, and it was like bargain of the week. And it works pretty well, so.
Yeah. It feels a little bit like we're brothers in headsets.
Indeed.
Yes.
I still have my crazy. I don't know if you can see it there. My that's my Blue Peter sticky back plastic made microphone.
Is that really a SingStar mic?
Is that a SingStar mic?
It is a 6-star mic, believe it or not.
What's the hard
Again,
drive?
bought the car boot sale for with 20 pence, I think.
What's the hard drive?
That just weighs it down a bit because it's a dead hard. It's a dead hard disk. So the thing about it is, it's nice and weighty, and it basically means the microphone doesn't bounce all over the place.
All right.
So there you go, total Blue Peter, sticky back plastic. I've got a not a fairy liquid, a washing up bottle ready to get working with it as well.
Well, I've got quite a few dead hard drives knocking around. You don't know what to do with them, do you? Do you burn them? Do you destroy them? Do you just put them in the bin and let somebody in Africa hack into your account details?
I keep them and hope I can resurrect them at some point.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that way.
And the next person in the chat, it is James, aka Monkey Spaz 5000. Hello.
Good evening, sir. How are we?
I'm okay. May I ask, what's the reason for the 5000?
I've got no idea, actually.
He's a 5,000th monkey spaz.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Is it like
it was from an Xbox gamer tag. I was trying to put monkey nuts and it wouldn't let me. Then I put monkey spaz and it wouldn't let me. And then I put 5,000 because it sounded futuristic.
Right, I was going to ask Dave that last week, Lawn Boys Post 1975. I was surprised that somebody might have taken Lawn Boys Post, and he would have to add the 1975 on the end.
Yes.
But that's an issue for when he's next here.
Perhaps he's proud of his ancient age.
Oi, he's younger than me. By about a month.
Rich, a.k.a. the 90s Nintendo dude. I like your headphones.
Thank you. These are Atari headphones made by Atari. There, see?
See, I actually go around cloning everyone's headsets.
See, we're brothers as well. Brothers in headphones.
Yeah, I'll wear them too.
Yes, hello, everybody. It's been an interesting week for me. I've been working in Staines for the last 2 days or so.
All right.
We were in Frankie and Benny's yesterday, and we saw, what's her name? Whitney from EastEnders. And she was
cool.
in there.
Well,
Yes.
I was going to ask you if you saw Ali G for a minute there.
Unfortunately not, no, but we did see Whitney from EastEnders. And she was in
that's 100 times better, isn't it?
there. It is. But she gave my mate a smile, but ignored me. So.
And also, I have a question. I have a question for you regarding the picture on your wall behind you. Is that a selection of medals?
It is. It's my granddad's and my great-granddad's war medals.
Oh, cool.
Yes, which my mum has put into a frame to show them off because they're nice.
Ah, well, all the world can see now.
Look at my granddad's and my great-granddad's medals.
Well, just a round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Rich's granddad and great-granddad, and indeed everybody who fought in the war.
Yay.
Yay, and that is our cue to move on to the next person. It's Games Bloke, aka Steve Turner. How are you this week?
I'm up and down, but I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a lot better now.
Right.
Yeah, it's just all to do with the FM towns and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's come into possession. I've come into possession of it, and it's been a bit of a saga from there on in. It was a nightmare. But now I'm staring at it and I'm quite proud of it. I'm hoping that I can get it working and show it off to everybody in another video.
Ah, that would be fantastic. So, we're talking about the FM Towns Mercy here, aren't we? Is that the version that you can put into your car?
No, that's the car Marty. And I strongly advise everyone to go and have a look at that because it's pretty awesome looking.
And can I ask, do you know if it was named after Marcy from Back to the Future?
I would love it to be true. I believe it's some philosophical guy.
Yeah, the car Marty.
Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That'd be so cool.
It only works in DeLoreans. You know?
That would be sweet. Yeah, it's powered by the flux capacitor. That'd be awesome.
The car Marty! Sorry, that was my terrible impression. Oh dear. All right, so that's the end of the introductions already. Usually I spend about half an hour introducing everybody, but there's only 4 of us in here with me. It's nice and cozy. I don't know if you like it. Well, hopefully you do, and hopefully you won't leave negative comments. However...
Well, according to this, Spoob MJ says he has a nasty ear infection, but he may join the stream and before the stream ends. Maybe.
See, that's worrying me because I have a really bad ear infection. So obviously I got it from Milk in the last... It was obviously transmitted to my earphones, into my ear, on the last live stream. So, or maybe I gave it to him. I don't know.
Well, speaking of illnesses, I have a shout out here for one of our regular viewers, and I'll just bring that up here. Yes, JL76 Gaming. Hello. Unfortunately, he sadly broke his arm last week. So get well soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening.
Yeah, he comments on my stuff quite a bit. So get well soon, dude.
Oh yeah, because he actually put up a video, and I think he commented on it that he was high on drugs, pain meds, not drugs. Drugs.
Well, that would be an interesting experiment, wouldn't it? Did any of you are any of you fans of Spoony One? Nope.
Who's that?
You've never even heard of him, right? Basically, he's just this guy who reviews movies and games on the internet, and he once did a review of E.T. on the Atari while high on, I think it was anesthetic or pain-killing drugs after he'd had his wisdom teeth out.
Yeah, you'd probably need that in fairness.
It was an interesting experience, let me tell you, and I'm turning into Alec Guinness.
Just because you mentioned E.T. there, did there anything ever come of, was it Angry Video Game Nerds film? Is that been released yet?
It's still in the pre-production stages, I'm guessing. But hold on a minute, what is pre-production? It's still in the editing stages, I should say. I'm talking there as if I know a lot about film and editing, aren't I?
Yeah.
No, he filmed it quite a while back, didn't he? He filmed it sometime last year, didn't he?
That's right.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Is that not what the whole film's about? They're trying to find, or am I just speaking?
It's about the ETs that they buried in the isn't it? It's about that, yeah. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I don't know what other stuff they've got in there, but because he's got that and he's got that game he's bringing out as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that dislikes him?
Yes.
Well, why would that be, Steve?
Well, I don't know. I just find him a bit OTT and stuff like that, and I mean, obviously he's playing a character and stuff, but to me, it's just like, I'm watching him and I'm just thinking, well, I'm not really enjoying this. I just find him a bit sort of contrived and a bit long-winded. Is that out of order?
Have you seen his more recent ones where it's like James and Mike play Atari or whatever? He's not necessarily the character of the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've got a measuring tape, I don't know why. He just sits and just talks with his mate basically about the game or whatever. It's a bit better, but I know what you mean about the character.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of them, innit? But I mean, I don't know. It's to me, I just dislike him. But I talk about it on Twitter and stuff, and people are like, "Why do you diss him?" And it's like, "Well, I don't diss him, man."
Soon, shush.
Yes, he's supposed to be.
Yes, I'd like to welcome live now.
Yes, he's here tonight.
Hello. Well, no, but I mean, I don't mind being proven wrong and stuff like that. But obviously, from what you're telling me, his recent vids are more sort of less of the character and more of him kind of thing.
Yeah, they are definitely.
Oh well, I'll cast my eye over those then.
Yeah, he does like film reviews and all sorts of stuff on Cinemassacre, doesn't he? He's basically a jack of everything.
Yeah.
Oh right, fair play.
Yeah, so yeah, he does quite a bit, but yeah, he hasn't done his last couple of nerd videos weren't that great. His last one was all right, but I thought that one with what's his face, Kaufman from Troma was
God awful.
grindingly awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the worst one yet.
You know,
Yeah,
I've actually kind of avoided watching his stuff, believe it or not. I don't know why. It's just sometimes I like half-bit stuff. I like someone that puts a bit of effort in and there's like almost a story going through the reviews. But like sometimes you kind of go, Jesus, I just want someone to sit there and fucking talk about games and without all the theatrical shit. They don't like Ashen's like I love his stuff and what you're looking there is only it's not quite a character in the sense of he's written an entire character for the reviews. Whereas the AVGN stuff is kind of it's very contrived from what I'm hearing. But like I said, I'm gonna sit down one day and just play through all of them. I think
Right.
Yeah, no.
I actually did that the first time that I heard of him. It must have been in about 2009 or 2010, and I just sat there and watched all his videos end to end, back to back.
And what did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was all right. Well, let's just say I'm subscribed to him now. There's that.
I mean, I'm not sub to him, but
Right. Well, there is that debate of is his earlier stuff better than the newer stuff, and has the fact that he's become more and more popular changed the way that he creates his videos? And I would say, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've got thousands and perhaps even millions of people watching your videos, and obviously you can get a certain amount of money from that, then you're going to be able to buy the HD equipment and upgrade the experience for the viewer.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't have to make his microphone out of old tights and hard disks.
Yeah.
It seems to me that there's like the guys who are getting like more views, like the Game Chasers and Retro Liberty and whatnot. But you can see that they still have people come onto their shows, just fans of their shows, and they'll go like game hunting with them. They'll still have that thing where they'll be with the community. They are community guys. Where I think James Rolfe is basically just like an entertainer. I think now he's not. I don't think you'll ever see. He's never been sort of part of the community, has he? He's always been sort of this entertainer dude who basically does video game videos.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you guys say he's partially responsible for? Well, it's not really a boom that we have now. I think we're at the other side of it, of people who would upload these angry video game reviews to the internet. And
absolutely, yeah.
It's
kind of spiraled, hasn't it, a bit? But then, some people sort of spoof it and kind of make it into a kind of a comedy thing. And I don't mind that kind of thing. I don't mind people playing characters, but I kind of like them to be real. Do you know what I mean? I kind of like a bit of reality in it. I kind of want to know what they think and feel, and that's what I watch. That's what engages me, really.
That's a good point. If you've got a character doing a review, I mean, are you looking at and he's saying, "Oh, this game is terrible," whatever? Is it the game? Does the guy doing it actually think the game's terrible, or does he think that his character would think it's terrible?
See, that's what I try to do with mine, because I do a character, but I basically, all my thoughts on the game are as I'm playing it. I'll stick it on, I'll record myself playing the game, and then I'll edit it all together. So me being shit at the game is me being shit at the game, and my reactions to that. So I wanted to have that sort of that realism in there, but have that character as well.
But you're a 90s video gamer, like the character and you would have the same taste in games, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically me with an American accent.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I would have never noticed.
Actually, it's true. My channel is actually a character, different too. I normally talk like this. This is not even a real accent. I just play an Irish guy on the internet. I'm not even a man. I'm an alien. No. Anyway. Sorry.
Well, Smooth MJ says James Rolfe is the shiz, and he deserves all the credit that he gets because he's an inspiration for a lot of game reviewers that are around today, and has been doing what he does since he was a kid.
Yeah, I agree. He has. He's obviously got a passion for it. He has been doing it since he was a kid. He's shown video clips and making videos from when he was a kid, but I don't know if he's an inspiration for video game reviewers.
I've liked it. I admit I do like his stuff, and I wouldn't say it was a inspiration for me making videos. That was more people like Retro Liberty and 16-bit brothers, well, for coming back anyway. But I do like his stuff, and he has entertained me. So.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the birthdays. Back by popular demand. There's only a few today. I couldn't find very many interesting ones, but Steve Davis is 56 today, and apparently he's still out there hitting those balls with sticks. We've got Tori Amos is 50.
Tori Amos.
Tori Amos, cool.
Yes,
Nice.
James Corden is 35. But do you guys know what his middle name is?
I was going to say something, but I won't.
I was going to probably say the same thing.
Go on, say it. Uncensored version.
No. I can fill my mouth with water, so I cannot speak.
Well, okay. His middle name, apparently, is Kimberly. So,
Kimberly?
hello.
Really?
Hello.
Oh, well.
What,
That
like
was
the
nice.
Ales or the place in Nottingham?
Oh, I didn't know that was a place in Nottingham.
Yes, yes.
Oh, right.
It was also a brewery. Brewery. I've drank too much of their beer to know how to say brewery.
Brewery.
I don't believe it exists anymore.
It's a range of rather tasty biscuits where I come from as well.
Ah,
Oh, right.
Cool.
perhaps it's named after biscuits then.
Probably not.
Well, it looks like he's eaten enough, so.
Yeah.
A new topic for people in the stream. Celebrities who were named after biscuits. Go!
Mr. Kipling.
Yeah,
Not
Mr.
quite.
McVitie.
Oh,
Mr. Garibaldi.
that's something we can be thinking about tonight.
Jeff,
There's got to be a guy
Morgan.
called Richard T. Richard T.
Lionel Rich to you.
Yay!
Yes.
There's there's a shop in Dublin called Lino Richie. It basically just sells linoleum, and it's actually called Lino Richie.
What?
Oh, come on.
Nice.
There used to be a chippy near ours called the Codfather.
Wow.
That's not quite as good as Lionel Richie, but... And finally, on this day in the year 564, St. Columba reported seeing a monster in Loch Ness.
Really? That long ago?
Yes, that long ago. The Loch Ness monster, it's still alive, and it's still swimming about in Loch Ness. Have you ever been to Loch Ness, Rich?
No.
You thought I was going to ask somebody else there, didn't you?
No, I have never been to Loch Ness, unfortunately. But I wish I had. Because it would have been monster-rific.
Yay.
I live in Scotland.
James, are you on speaking terms with the Loch Ness monster?
Yeah, he's just my neighbour out the back.
Did,
No.
did any of you guys ever see the Family Ness?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's the Thistle Whistle one.
Mac 2 blew us on his bagpipe as Angus and Elfrith wished on no snow floating across the waves. A
James.
ferocious Ness appears at once and yeah.
James is embarrassed.
That's bad shit.
He's
It's
more
They're walking.
Oh, stereotypes.
Hey, do you remember when we all used to talk about games on this channel?
What?
Well,
Hey.
before we move on to games, I actually have an announcement here, and this is straight from Mr. RetroUnlim himself, so I ask for your undivided attention just for a minute here while I read this out.
Hello, glorious leader.
Just
Hey.
as a preface to this, unfortunately he can't be here tonight because he is at the dirty work.
Dirty work.
Dirty work.
Dirty work.
Steve's bosses, you're demons for making him work tonight. So anyway, here is the statement from Mr. RetroUnlim himself. As webmaster of RetroUnlim.com, I constantly look out for contributors with passion and drive, alongside working around their real-life affairs in a stress-free environment and giving them simply opportunity. And I'm turning into Terry Wogan. He didn't say that, by the way. I inserted that. Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there, Steve. I saw a video posted by GamesBloke, who's here tonight, an individual who was so very grateful for simply being a part of last week's streamcast. For one, I completely support opportunity. Therefore, as of right now, I would like to officially welcome GamesBloke to the team at RetroUnlim.com and look forward to his future involvement, and I will be in touch. Stephen Fortescue Smythe III.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello,
Welcome.
I'm
Welcome
blushing.
to
Why
the
am I blushing?
Right, time for the initiation rites. Hey!
Get the paddle.
paddle.
That's a paddling.
Hey.
So, Steve, how does it feel to be part of the RetroUnlim community?
Well, this is going to sound a bit sort of random and a bit sad, really, but I've never been part of anything good before, so it's kind of weird and kind of strange. And I'm going to try my best to sort of be part of it and enjoy it, and hopefully be useful and relevant to you guys. But I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and hope that's good enough.
I think that's the best way to go.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
most definitely.
I wouldn't have suggested your good self to Steve if I didn't think you were doing some good stuff.
Much appreciated. Thank
I don't
you
know
very
I don't know if he was speaking to you before that even. I wouldn't be surprised if he was. But anyway, thank you very much.
much appreciated. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, we can talk about some games as well if you like.
Oh, brilliant.
Let's get down. Right, here we go. Here's a question I made up all by myself. Do you think that retro gaming channels need to have variety? Now, can you spot where I stole that question from?
Yes.
Didn't need them. Definitely, you need shed loads of variety. You can't stick to one system. You've got to have loads of systems. You've got to have that makes it watchable.
I don't know. I think, you know, as long as you're doing games that you love, you know, or a system that you love, if you know what I mean. Even if you look at the rubbish games for it, I mean, I don't think you need to necessarily try and cover everything out there. I mean, if you just like ZX Spectrum games, you know, you could do quite a good channel just doing ZX Spectrum games. You know, I mean, I don't think you need to. I think you should do what you love, but you know, and everyone, you know, having said that, I'm like, I have a shotgun approach in my one. Like, whatever I'm interested in that week, I'll do a video about. You know?
What about if a channel, for example, was only ever doing pickup videos? Now, there's a lot of them that just do that, but what are your thoughts?
Well, the thing is, pickup videos, if the person's entertaining, I mean, I like Woodlands. I like his pickup videos. I like because in fairness, as he says, like, you should have a pint and talk and chat. And if it's almost like a cross between a pickup video and a talkie, then I like it. I think it's good. But if it's just a case of going, yeah, I got this, I got that, I got this, or even worse, someone going, yeah, look, I got this really rare stuff, and they're kind of, it's almost their message is like, look what I'm after picking up. You know, you're not going to get this EP on, you know. If it's like that, then it's crap. But if it's someone just having a chat and going, oh, and here's the stuff I picked up, and using it as an excuse to talk about the games, then they're good. Then I like those ones. But I'm insanely jealous of everyone that's. It could, you know, all your lovely UK boots that aren't full of chickens and things and that. I knew I had to bring the chickens up again. So, anyway.
I thought you were going to have to bring the chickens in then, and you were going to bring it on camera.
I have two cats in the back. Trust me, a chicken would last about 2 minutes. So, they would eat the chicken.
So I've got a friend called Tony who does he's got a channel called Game Freak blog. I don't know if you've ever been on his site or been on his channel, but basically he's never sort of on camera, but he'll basically talk whilst playing games, but about like really interesting stuff. Like if he's got something to say, he'll just play a game and then talk about it, talk about whatever's on his mind, games wise. So, but yeah, his videos are pretty good. And then he does all sorts. He does this gen and retro as well. So yeah, he's got a pretty good channel.
Could you repeat the name of the person for the people in the stream, please?
It is called Game Freak Blog, which is Tony there, and it's Game Freak Blog as one word, GAME.
You're also on camera.
FREAK blog.
I'm totally writing this down.
Is someone trying to appear?
Everybody.
Is someone trying to appear there?
Appear so. Sorry.
Well, I'm actually going to do audio pickups right now. I'm picking up a phone, I'm dropping it. I'm picking up a pen, I'm dropping it. I'm picking up my... Oh, that was stupid, wasn't it? I'm sorry. It's the antidote to the pickup video.
Right,
The thing about pickup videos, though, is usually, you know, especially if you have a channel that, you know, you do lots of game commentaries. Pickup videos, when you start doing them, that's the moment when you basically have to get in front of the camera. And there's, I mean, like, with my channel for the first year and a half, I was just, you know, it was just audio only. And then one day, I don't know why, I was doing a reply to one of EDT 1138 videos. So I said, feck it, look, I'll go in front of the camera. But, you know, and that was like, well, now I'm in front of the camera, sure, I'll do some pickups. But I mean, it's that weird moment where, like, in a lot of, I don't know about the rest of you guys, like, were you all in front of the camera immediately, or was there a period where you kind of, you know, came out of the closet, so to speak?
Well, I just sort of said to myself, I've got to do it, because I was real embarrassed and frightened and stuff like that. And my very first video, I look like a muppet. But the thing about it is, I just thought, well, other people can do it, so why can't I?
Said, fuck.
Well, yeah, I've always been in front of a camera because I'm just a big show-off, basically.
Well, to date, I've never appeared on camera, and, well, I can't say I haven't considered it, but we'll leave it there for now.
You are scared.
I'm a big scaredy yak.
I've always been on camera. I just, yeah, that's it.
It's just the way it's always been. And
I'm too beautiful.
The camera loves me.
I'm a beautiful person in Scotland to not be on the television.
I mean, the way I see it, you guys have all got a hook. You've all got something that makes you watch, right? So, like, my hook is I try and put loads of variety in. I sort of, the slack of the editorial, you know, I don't edit, period. And the kind of, I point and shoot pretty much. So I'm pretty amateurish in that regard. But I try and make up for it by having lots of variety and sort of trying to sort of include people in it. So I suppose my hook is just sort of lots of variety and just trying to include people in. But, I mean, you guys have all got hooks, haven't you, from what I can see. So I think that's what makes it watchable.
Well, I don't think I really have a hook as such. I just make what I feel like, and that's it. And for some reason, I've got 200-odd subscribers, which is a complete surprise.
I think it's basic because you're knowledgeable and you're interesting, Harry, to be honest. That's why I watch your stuff. Because
you do funny voices.
Knowledgeable? I don't think so.
Well, about Games Master.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're knowledgeable about the ins and outs of Dominic Diamond's everyday life.
Yes. Oh, right, speaking of Dominic Diamond, I'm now going to exclusively reveal the reason why we're never going to be able to get Dominic Diamond on this podcast or anything to do with Retro-Unlim ever.
Is he dead?
Yes, Dominic Diamond is dead. We're officially announcing this now, so apologies if your family is watching. But
No, he's not dead.
He's not.
of course, Dominic Diamond isn't dead.
Unless Harry knows something we don't.
He's not. He's not. But if you remember last week, we talked a little bit about a failed podcast that myself and Scott did last Wednesday. Unfortunately, we sat and talked for 5 hours and recorded about 2 hours worth of stuff, and then at the end of it, we realised none of it recorded. It was all dead. But anyway, there was an interesting incident halfway through the podcast where I was just updating my subscriptions while Scott was rambling on as usual. Updating my subscriptions on YouTube to see what new videos were uploaded. And I saw that Dominic Diamond uploaded a video of his daughter playing football in the Canadian Kiddies Leagues. So I asked Scott, what should I put as a comment on this video? And he dared me to put Dave Perry, just Dave Perry. And I did it. And I did it. And then about 10 minutes later, I refreshed the page, and it said comments disabled. So I have trolled Dominic Diamond, and he will never come on the Retro-Unlim podcast ever again. So all you people who are hoping to see him at some point, you better just forget it, because he now hates Retro-Unlim and everything it stands for.
Well, if he didn't after your impression of him last week, or the week before last, he does now.
But it was pretty funny as well,
It was.
because well, on the Wednesday that we recorded the podcast, I thought we'd recorded live reaction to this, and it would have been a really interesting documentary of the moment that I trolled Dominic Diamond. But sadly it didn't record. Oh well.
No.
There's plenty of the Scottish TV presenters we can ask on the show, just like Lawn Boys post 1975.
All right,
Hello there! Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Comment ça va?
You just missed us discussing your recent topic.
What recent topic? Sorry, I knew you were on. I just thought I'd be half an hour late deliberately to be fashionable.
Yes. So, Lawn Boys post, do you think retro gaming channels need to have variety?
Yes. I think I covered that pretty well. I stand by what I said, which is it doesn't annoy me when people go, "This channel is shit" because it only does one thing. Well, don't fucking watch it then, you knob jockey. But at the same time, I am compelled by people. They have a good personality. I would like to see their takes on other things. Possibly we could sit down, have a pipe, chew the cud, and talk about politics. But no, basically, you know what I mean, though, don't you? Which is, if someone's interested, it's only natural that you want to hear more about it.
Well, I'd like to probe you a little bit further on this. What exactly would you call a good amount?
I ain't bending over backwards, and you ain't lubing me up.
Yeah. What exactly would you count as a lot of variety on a channel? Would it be, say, you've got some pickup videos, some let's play videos?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, more than one thing.
Ah.
Which I think most of us do anyway, which is, I think, pretty much the staple for anyone on here is usually gameplays, pickups, and Floggy Waffles. Because, as you know, I am the home of Floggy Waffles.
Yes. YouTube.com/OnBossPost 1975.
Where the fuck is the volume switch on this thing? It's blowing my fucking tits off. Sorry, I just put it up. No. Hang on, ease it down. It's like that bit in Aliens. Back off, ease it down.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some questions. Sean George asks, has anybody seen the trailer for the Shadow of the Beast remake? And if so, what do you think?
Hang on. Hello, Sean. There's a Shadow of the Beast remake?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was done at, what was it? Showed at Gamescom. Yeah, so it's on PS4 and Xbox One, whatever it's called. But yeah, I was really surprised when
Expo.
How many levels of parallax scrolling has it got, though?
Yeah, all 7,000. It's got so many levels of parallax that if you look at it once, you go mad. By the way, tonight's episode is brought to us by Pepsi Max. If you're watching Pepsi Max, give me free Pepsi Max.
Well, we didn't get sent any Coke after last week's performance, unfortunately. Nobody sent me.
That's probably because I, suggested they used the name cockface as one of their.
That's probably because they weren't watching.
Cockface.
Who is this crazy little podcast? They want free stuff from us. They can fuck off and buy it like everyone else.
Nobody's sent me a Coke bottle with the word Egypt on it yet.
Egypt.
I tell you what, right? I spent ages trying to find a Coke bottle with my name on. Then all of a sudden, right, they come along like buses. In fact, sad, boring, random fact, I was in the petrol station the other night and there were 5 Daves at the front, so I made a point of rotating them all. So everyone who walked in and went to the freezer just went, oh my god, Dave. Win! Yes, I am that sad.
There's no Bob. There's no Bob one. There's a Rob one, but I think that people keep stealing them because they just see Coke bottle and it says Rob and they go, oh, don't mind if I do.
You're Irish! Because you're Irish, dear Coke. Dear Coke, there's no Bob bottle, you racist pricks.
Yeah.
You'll get paid out and everything. They'll send you 1 million
Free
bottles.
Coke for life.
Hopefully you like Coke.
I can't stand it.
That's Lindsay Lohan.
Red lemonade.
What's that? Is that an Irish?
Red lemonade. It's
What the fuck is that?
It's lemonade, but it's red.
That's just
Red
wrong.
lemonade.
Red lemonade. It's beautiful with something comfort in it, but
It tastes like lemonade.
It tastes like. I don't have a point of reference because everyone in Ireland drinks this from the time they're a little kid. It
Oh
tastes
my God,
like
you
lemonade, but it's red.
Is it like Tizer?
It's actually...
No, it tastes like lemonade. Basically.
How did something taste red? Unless, of course, you're Jesus Christ and you're being crucified, because I'm pretty sure that would taste red. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, you've got red on you.
Yeah.
Red lemonade. Can I ask a question there, Bob? Is that basically just Iron Brew with a different label?
No, it's not made with Gurgers at all. It basically it's lemonade.
Are the Irish allowed to drink Iron Brew?
We are. They let us do it sometimes.
We're not.
It's not fucking red.
It's orangey.
Exactly.
It's that weird nuclear orange.
Exactly.
Is it juice or is it pop?
you sharp.
Or is it fizzy pop juice? Juicy pop.
It's only lemonade.
It's called Juicy Pop.
Minerals.
Fizzy juice.
Fizzy juice. That sounds like a sex move.
Reggie Sanchez, fizzy juice.
Wait, how
Who
would
wants to
fizzy
see-
juice look, Dave?
Who wants to see my fizzy juice?
I'm going to take that and make a video that's 10 hours long. 10 hours of Lawn Boy saying, "Who wants to see my fizzy juice?"
Just loop it and loop it.
Just make sure you put my address at the end in case anyone wants to see my fizzy juice. Obviously just the ladies, and obviously the bracket between 25 to 30. Everyone else, fuck off.
Oh, come on, I can look younger. I'm not good in dress.
Oh, you don't go for the younger type then, Dave.
No, because that would be illegal.
What, under 25?
Them 24-year-olds, jailbait.
Fucking, no, I don't go for the younger ones because they just don't understand my huge intellect.
Yes.
By huge intellect, I'm talking about my penis.
Yes, and they have no idea who Kirby is.
Wow, yeah.
This is just wrong. By the way, hello, would you mind if I pulled up alongside you at a bar and bought you a drink? Do you know who Kirby is? Who's Kirby? I'm sorry, but this date is over.
Would you like to meet Kirby?
Did anybody ever play?
He's small and pink.
Would you like to see my epic yarn? This is what I did there.
Did anybody ever play Kirby when they were kids? And I'm not talking about the video game Kirby. I'm talking about where you had to throw the football at the curb.
Oh, curbs!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kedge, yeah.
Yeah, we called it Kirby.
Yeah.
In,
Kirby.
yeah.
I call it
Awesome.
Kirby.
That should be a fucking Olympic
Yeah.
sport.
What is this crazy blasphemy you speak of?
It's great. You got a football, threw it at the curb, and see if you could bounce it back to you. Kirby.
Awesome.
Well, my understanding of the game is try not to get run over for as long as possible, and the last person alive wins.
That was exactly
That
it.
works. I like
So
that.
many men, so many kids were lost.
Did you not play something called Wazzy as well?
No, again, you're all
Wolsey.
talking crazy.
Wolsey, yeah.
Where you'd kick
Like
off.
Gordon or
It's like squash, but with a football. You'd kick off the ball, then another person would kick off the ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You mean, oh, I know what you mean. You mean kicking a football at a wall.
In Scotland, we call it Wazzy.
Do you have walls in Scotland? Sorry.
Sometimes.
When I was a kid and then we were at primary school, what we used to do was we used to go to the edge of the playground, and this is so stupid, and then we used to take our Matchbox cars and then we used to throw them into the main road to see whose car would get run over.
The mechanism
Simpler
of that
times.
is
In
mind-blowing.
hindsight, I lost my car from Dukes of Hazzard and my Fall Guy truck.
You had a Fall Guy truck.
Fall Guy was fucking epic.
Oh, awesome, man. I want a Fall Guy truck. Well, I'm going on eBay. Fall Guy truck.
I used to have. Do you remember the Dukes of Hazzard car, the big orange thing?
Yeah.
Generally,
That's it. I used to have a big metal one of them. That was good.
they were fucking epic. I
I wish I
love
still had all
Chargers.
my old school toys.
Yeah.
£2.41.
All you need to save the world is this. World saved.
The car mercy.
I've had it for
I
2
want
years.
that.
Possibly I should take the batteries out and make sure it still
Come on.
works.
The car Marty.
Come on.
You built a time machine out of a DeLorean? Do you know what Christopher Lloyd should have said at that point? Duh. Now take that fucking life jacket off. You look like a tit. I can't speak. I'm sorry. I can't speak badly about Back to the Future because tis
No.
best movie ever
It is
made.
fantastic. Do you know
Celebrity.
actually, the very first draft of that film, it wasn't a car. It was
a fridge. Yeah. But then they had to take it out, didn't they? Because they figured every
Yeah,
kid in
that's
America.
Yeah, this is the same. That was, yeah,
It would have cold American children, wouldn't it?
there is no generation. The generation is gone because of the fridge.
What one is your favourite? 1, 2, or 3?
One, obviously one.
You can.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, one.
no!
I can't. No, I watched them all. From
I'm
one,
not
I can't
listening
watch
to
just
you.
one.
I'm not listening to you. I understand the irony of putting my hands over headphones. Never mind.
Number 2.
Well, they are, Dave. If you, what?
No, I'd say 1 or 3. 2 is just a device to get to 3. You know, it's basically to connect 1 and 3 together.
I actually prefer 3 to 2.
Oh,
but
3 is the worst.
no,
That's
it's
just-
not.
Oh,
It is
great.
when you watch it as a child, but as an adult, you look back upon it and you say, "I want a machine that can make 2 ice cubes." But the first one's the best one. But it's one of those movies. It's like Highlander. They shouldn't have made any sequels.
Like The Matrix.
There was no Matrix sequels. That never happened.
No, that's
They
true.
just talked about doing it. It never happened.
Isn't Matrix better when you watch it? Because when I first watched it the first time, you just didn't exist. They talk about Zion, but you never thought it was real. Not knowing what Zion was a fucking blessing. And then 2 came along. Apart from the Agent Smith fight scene, which is badly CG, I do kind of like that. But am I the only person who gets to the end of 3 and, you know, Agent Smith fucking palms him and turns him into fucking him and then the world collapses? I'll put my hand up and say, I didn't get that.
I just thought it was a bit of a pointless ending. It
Well, it
they
was a
just
bit.
sort of back where they started, really.
I
You know,
just didn't get it. I was confused. Because, like, I don't get what's going on.
You know, there you go, 4-guy truck on eBay for 89.99.
Is that like Matchbox size, or is
No,
that?
this is a big one, supposedly, according to this.
Wow.
Well, fucking for 89 quid, I want a full size one that you inflate with air.
But you can get a small one for £2.41.
Much better.
That sounds better to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to purchase that just for the nectar points. So, celebrity biscuits. Oreo Ferdinand.
No.
God.
Oh,
General Custard Cream.
Cream, yes. Keep them coming in, guys, in the chat. All 2 viewers.
Kareem Abdul Jaffa King. Oh.
Yes.
Oh my God! Sorry, you say that. You just reminded me. Does everyone? Sorry. Did anyone know that Jim Kelly died?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Who is this crazy hand cat? It's my salute to you, Jim Kelly. Keep working on the epic chops.
I didn't know who he was until I
Bullshit,
googled him.
Oh,
A human fly. You know what made me laugh about Enter the Dragon, which of course is the greatest martial art movie ever made, is he so could have taken Han. Like, just the bloke with the fucking plastic hand. Jim Kelly would have fucking kicked him so hard the guy would have gone back in time, then reappeared in front of him to be kicked again. Just,
It's the new Chuck Norris.
yeah. I hate Chuck Norris because I have all his books, the ones he didn't write, the ones he tried to sue, where, you know, Chuck Norris, amazing facts, but who knew? In hindsight, I guess it's obvious now, but Chuck Norris is massively homophobic.
He's kind of right wing.
Yeah, he's very right wing. He punches gays in the face, and I don't like that.
Well,
Gay
to be
puncher.
fair,
What
to
a
be fair,
bastard.
I would have thought you'd more roundhouse kick them in the face, but you know.
No, but I was kind of disappointed because he was a childhood icon, and then when I started reading up about him, I'm like, no, what are you saying? What's this crap that coming out of your mouth? No, you're Chuck Norris. You were better than this. You're like Jesus in martial art form. What's going on?
That's shocking.
I've just insulted everyone. I apologise, everyone. I've just insulted everyone in that last statement.
okay, so add that to the checklist of people to insult. Scottish people, Chuck Norris.
But everyone,
Jim
feel free to
Kelly.
insult Chuck Norris. No, don't insult Jim Kelly. Insult Chuck Norris because he's a fucking homophobic prick.
Yeah, fuck you, Chuck Norris.
And I tell him to his
Yeah.
face because, let's be honest, he may be badass kung fu, but how old is he now? I'm pretty sure I just got to get a good one in and I'm alright.
Also,
I could have him.
Also, Arnold could kick his backside.
Yes.
This is true.
True.
But wait, hang on, I was waiting for the obligatory Arnold impersonation then.
Oh, I've given them up for Lent.
Lent.
You have.
Well, what's your calendar run by?
The Church of the Spaghetti Monster.
I am familiar with the Spaghetti Monster's work. That, in fact, it's actually Christmas. You owe me a present. Sort your shit out.
There's a yellow card.
Well, hang on, there's a question. Never mind good martial arts film. What's the worst martial arts film you've ever seen?
King of the Kickboxers, and I love it.
Eagle's Claw.
The Ninja Terminator.
Oh, the Ninja Terminator is awesome.
Is that? I was just going to say, is that a real movie? But apparently it is.
It is, yeah. It's on one of those two films on one DVD thing you get from the pound shop.
You mean? No, this is just random. You mean like this?
Yes, exactly like that.
Two Jackie Chan movies, New Fist of Fury. It's shit. And I love Jackie Chan, but
What's it called? What's that ninja film called?
Ninja
Terminator.
Terminator.
That's it.
I believe the full version is on the internet somewhere, but don't go and download it because that's illegal.
They're all
Yes.
called, like, Jet
You just
and
stole my
Brian.
bloody disclaimer, you wanker.
If you want to see a really bad martial arts movie, Google Fatal Deviation, right? It's it's the only to date Irish martial arts film.
Irish martial art movie.
I swear to God, this guy basically is literally.
I gotta say again, after they fight, do they dance a little cheek?
it's worse than that. That would actually be an improvement.
Sorry, Island.
There's a dude called Jimmy Bennett, and it's pretty much written by Jimmy Bennett, directed by Jimmy Bennett, editing by Jimmy Bennett, sound by but basically this guy made his own martial arts film with his own special towel that he worked off, but it's incredibly bad. Like, literally got one of the backers was this old guy, middle-aged man.
Does he say that in the credits? Backer, old guy.
Pretty much.
Well,
this basically. A guy was putting up money for it, so they said, "Here, you can be in the film, right?" But instead of making him an extra or something, he's the big bad in it. And it's like, he's supposed to be this drug lord, and you basically, it's literally, if you see his drug den, it's like an old folks' home, and just this old guy kind of sitting there giving the order.
Oh, they're on drugs, but it's just prescription.
Yeah,
this sounds brilliant.
You don't watch it sober, for the love of God. It's got this cult. It's actually
That's right. I don't watch movies sober. Period.
Oh yeah, no, you couldn't. It would warp your mind if you tried. But this guy, like, people have actually done pilgrimages. It's that bad that it's beyond bad. So they've done people done pilgrimages. People have actually called the guy's house and said, "How's it going? Can you show us around?" They're like, "Oh, okay. There's the cowshed we filmed this fight scene in." Oh my God, the guy even does rolls at one point when he doesn't need to. He just that kind of so he rolls anyway, but he just keeps doing them.
Roll.
It's actually worth getting. It's and in fairness to it, was one guy who decided I want to make my own martial arts film, and damn it, he did.
Thing is, I used to make them when we got a camcorder when we were kids, and we used to make martial art movies, and we actually used to properly, back in when I actually, bothered to be fit and healthy and did do martial arts. Then I discovered booze, birds, and fags, and it all went out the fucking window. But yeah, we used to make them, and I'm pretty sure if he's got a fucking career, I can remarket my old movies.
Do it, man.
Do you
I'd
still
like to
have
pay
them
good
on
money to see them.
VHS?
I got them on the little weird, the little weird tapes that camcorders
Yes.
used to have that you stuck into the
Mini
bigger
DVDs.
tapes. You know those tapes
Right.
that are like mini tapes that you stuck in bigger tapes?
Baby tapes.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, who wants to see a pickup live on air?
Ooh,
Hey.
go on then.
Yay, pick
Go
up.
on then.
Oh, I've dropped it again.
I think I know what it is. Oh, sexy motherfucker.
Ooh.
Hey, Nintendo 64.
Good
It
man.
was only £3, and looking at the case, I can kind of understand why. Wow, apparently someone used this as an ashtray. Oh, is it complete? Is it complete? Is it? It technically, yes.
There is a game in there, right?
You know what made me laugh? How's
Not
this for Star
interested.
Wars? How's this for Star Wars Epic? The page I happened to open it at just says at.
Yeah.
Epic! Because if I was going to rule the universe, I'd do it in incredibly stupid all-terrain vehicles that clearly could not be all-terrain. Don't make me laugh about AT-ATs. Sorry, George Lucas. First of all, where's your chin? I haven't seen it since 1984. And second of all, do you know what? If I was like the rebel base, do you know all I do? I just put my base on a fucking mountain planet. Job done. Just fucking these fucking weird walker things would just collapse and just go, oh my god, I'm an all-terrain vehicle.
Like they were sitting there going, we want to make a transporter. We'll base it on around an animal. We'll go for a puma. We'll go for a tiger. You know what? Donkeys. Donkeys are the animal we need to base this thing on.
We could go for tanks because they've been proven throughout military history, because even though we're in the past, we are technically in your future and could make all this cool shit. But no, we'll go for a donkey. To quote Father Ted, donkey. No, actually, that's Vic and Bob. Never mind.
Yeah.
Donkey.
I was just going to say, I don't-
Okay, wow.
Oh, look, it's the man trapped underneath the ice.
Hi,
hello.
Where did they get all this money from, the Empire? Because
Exactly. Yeah.
they spent all this money on this fucking big ass space station. Well, two of them by the end of it, Jedi. But
Kickstarter.
and who
Yeah.
that's
Fashion-
it. Kickstarter.
Fashion Empire.
Top tier backers get to kill all the Gungans.
That's it. But did they have? They must have had a meeting to sit round and say, right, we need some of these all-terrain transports, and you just see him all around his table with his like Admiral Ozzel and fucking I don't know Steve from accounts, and
I know Steve from accounts. He's a good guy.
he's lovely. They say, yeah, well, we need this all-terrain transport. What are we going to design it like?
Who cares?
Who
It's
cares?
a government contract, and I've got lots of money.
Not the first thing out you can. And then we'll do one based on a chicken.
You should say people gonna die. No, just you, Jar Jar. Just you.
Donkeys and chickens.
And maybe the bloke who goes. I'd kill him as well.
Brian Blessed?
No, not Brian Blessed, but Brian Blessed in Jar Jar Binks form.
Was it Brian Blessed who played him, though?
No, he'd be like, you used to save my life. Yeah, it was an accident, mate. Seriously, sorry. So I was going to let that thing run over you. What made me laugh is, how could Jar Jar Binks not save his life when something's going to run over him that floats above the ground?
That's very true.
Like, what's wrong with you, you fucking idiot? Just lie flat. Well, you need a Jedi. In fact, if I was a Jedi and I saved his life, I'd feel cheapened. I used my Jedi skill to save your life when, quite frankly, all you had to do was lie down, you fucking moron.
They should have let him die.
They should have. You know what annoys me as well? When people go, oh, Jar Jar Binks is just like the Ewoks. No, the Ewoks were fucking amazing.
I have no problem with Ewoks.
They were put in for fucking, toy sales. Am I the only person who gets what the Ewoks were? Which was kind of, it was the whole point that a primitive, species could bring a technological beast to its knees.
So
that's how I took the Ewoks.
They were furry Vietnamese.
Yeah. Yeah, they were Ewees.
Ewees.
It's not a video game console.
What?
Is that not a video game console? Anyway, Bob.
Yo.
I have a question. Why PGA European Tour or PGA Tour?
Because I don't know.
Because he can't afford Arnold Palmer's golf.
It's true. I'm waiting for the Leader Bin of putting challenge to come in. No, it's honest. It's the only golf game I actually like. I used to play it with my mates, and then we'd get very drunk and play it. But I don't know why. I've never liked any. I never liked the leaderboard or anything before.
I'm like you. I only like Arnold Palmer. Just every other golf game is just like, oh, this is a lot of work.
But the thing about it is like the method they came up with. You hit a button, the bar goes up. You hit it again.
Does he do the whole?
And the thing is, they used it for years afterwards.
I've just summed up every golf game, even up to current generation. Here's how you play golf on a console.
But it's just strange. It's just a straight line here. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it there. You can't really. Can I zoom it in?
Hey,
take us for a tour. In fact, show us around Ireland.
Hang on, see if I can.
Bring us.
No, I don't have the technology to get close enough.
Don't have a technology.
Do you actually live in Dublin?
I live outside Dublin.
Which is why you've got a Dubai rugby shirt.
It's true.
I was just going to say, take your camera outside and show everyone the floozy and the jacuzzi.
Oh, they took it down. It's
Did
not
they
there
do
anymore.
what?
Yeah, because I don't know. They just took it down a couple of years ago. They got rid of it. It's sitting out in someone's. It's literally in some breaker's yard somewhere. They keep talking about bringing it back, but there was a.
That's really annoying because when the 5 times I've been to Dublin, I saw you two at Slane Castle. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I know, I'm a cliche. Everyone, all my Irish mates were like, you must see the floozy and the jacuzzi, it's epic. Like, it was this thing to brag about. But now I was like, oh, it's shit. But now that you say they've taken it down, I'm a little bit naughty.
They put the spike.
Is that really long? Is that really tall fucking steel pole
yeah,
with
the
the light
spire,
on the
the
top?
spike, yeah. That's in there instead.
But the floozy and the jacuzzi is brilliant. The pole's just a fucking pole. Everyone else is just looking at us going like, these kids are on drugs.
Please do explain what the floozy in the jacuzzi is for us.
Please.
There was it was basically a water fountain kind of thing, but it's done like a big, huge bath, and there's a mermaid kind of type woman reclining in it. And it's supposed to symbolise the fucking Liffey, the river.
It was actually reasonably well done, you know.
It was.
Yeah, it was classy. I'm not. We call it. It got the nickname the floozy and the jacuzzi. I don't know why I'm telling Bob's history for you, but it was cool, and it was kind of whenever you went because I used to work in a company where we had to go to the Dublin office. I say the Dublin office, but I'm not having a pop bob. It was just the Dublin office compared to my office was literally a porter cabin, but never mind. And yeah, it was this thing that it was kind of right or wrong. If you weren't Irish, you had to go and see that. Well, you had to go to Temple Bar and get pissed out of your face.
Oh yeah.
Pay fucking €11 for a pint of Guinness.
Yeah, that's because the only other people you meet in Temple Bar are other tourist people or stags. Like no one from Dublin actually goes there.
What's the smallest pub? Don't you have that? I went in there and I was really...
It's
it's literally, you walk up a flight of stairs and it's half the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, pretty much. It's downstairs. I'm trying to think of the name of it now, but yeah, it's the bottom of Dawson Street. You go downstairs and it's literally a room. Like they every so often say to people, listen, do you want to go out for a while and let some other people in? It's like being in someone's little box. But that's what I don't get. That's how do they make a turnover to fucking make money? I'm not joking, guys. Seriously, it's literally half the size of this room. It's been there years, so I don't know. It's
and 1/3 of the room is taken up by the bar.
Oh yeah. And they have a big screen television in there, so half the place is gone now. You know.
So basically, it's come in, have a pint, fuck off. They actually have a bloke on the door that says 1 pint, fuck off.
Oh yeah, but they're very nice about it.
They tell you to fuck off politely.
Yeah. How would you ever fuck off?
Hang on,
it's okay when I do it.
I'm travel.
Can somebody just do me a favour and check that the stream is running?
I can't open other windows. It confuses me.
Yep, is it running?
It's running.
Excellent, because we've got a comment from Sean George that says the stream keeps freezing for him, or it may just be his internet.
It's probably his internet.
And I've just tried to load it up and it didn't work.
Monkey Spaz, was that a lightsaber in reverse?
Yes.
Speaking of lightsabers in reverse.
Let me see your lightsaber.
Oh, sexy motherfucker! Are you ready for the best bit? Hang on. Oh, sexy. Thing is, right, it's part of 2 and you join them together to have the full Darth Maul one, but I can't join them together because my room's not big enough. I just batter shit when I try and move it around. Like that French
Star Wars kid.
Yeah, like that French kid from Quebec, the one who apparently life got destroyed because he was so fucking stupid, pranced around with a mop. Your fault, kid. Your fault. Sorry. In fact, I hope the irony's not wasted on you. Hey, Quebec fat kid. I apologise to Quebec. Actually, no, I don't, because I lived there for 4 years and you're not very nice people. Sorry.
Where has Bob gone?
Yeah, where has Bob gone?
Yeah, where is he?
I want to see the floozy in the jacuzzi.
He is merely a picture.
My God, my keyboard is fucking filthy.
That's well, welcome to the club.
I was just going to say, is that a euphemism for your penis?
Yes.
My keyboard is huge.
Oh, okay. Do you think it's time for another topic?
Yes.
Oh, aye.
Yes, this one is courtesy of someone who's not that far away from us right now. Steve!
Hello.
Say hello, Steve. Oh,
yeah.
you just did. So, what is our opinion on female gamers?
As long as they're fit, I got no problem.
A lot of
Sorry, that was so chauvinistic.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of female gamers that are quote unquote fit, right? But the thing is that they're not. You can tell they're not passionate about the subject. To them, it's a modelling career. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we just have the fucking YouTube channels out there. Look at my thumbnail, I got boobs.
And that's what infuriates me. But the irony is that I found some gamers that are like really cool, and the girls, and they know what they're talking about, and it's awesome. But I don't want to say.
Have you ever seen Gameplay Jenny? Well, actually, you won't see her because she just does commentary, but awesome channel, Gameplay Jenny.
Yes, I would.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
Oh,
Copyright.
Somebody's got some tunes.
who's tuning?
Sounded like steps.
Did you see what happened to the one from? Right. Oh, this is dodgy territory, but
You're gonna talk about Fat Claire.
yeah, it's like what happened? Did she go back in time and eat herself from the 90s? No, but she was fit.
Yeah. But she got fat and then her career is just eating cake and losing weight now.
Well, do you think she got addicted to
I
video
want that on a
games?
T-shirt. Monkey Spaz. So this is your T-shirt. Monkey Spaz says that bird from Steps. Her career is just eating cake.
Sounds like a fantastic career to me.
Sounds like a fantastic cake. Sorry.
But the thing is, all she gets called now, it's not Claire from Steps. It's just Fat Claire from Steps.
It's terrible. You know, I'm not having a pop at anyone who has weight gain issues, but I didn't know she got larger, shall we say. This is dodgy territory. But I do remember walking into a supermarket and seeing a DVD with her on the front saying, I got thin again, and looking at it back and just went, what the fuck happened to you?
It is unbelievable, isn't it?
Although we all know that the other bird was the fittest one. Was it Lisa?
I have no idea.
No.
Oh, no, it was H, wasn't it?
Yeah, H was pretty
Plainly.
Yeah, he's more fit than the other birds. Yeah.
Do you remember? Did you ever see it was on? I see my TV in this room screwed since they painted the transmitter. Seriously, I lost all my free view shit when they painted the transmitter. I point over there, it's not over there. It's like fucking 200 miles over there. So I was forced to watching ITV2 was the only channel I had for a month. And what's that? The Steps reunion thing.
Oh.
And it had a H in the other bloke in a bar talking about how painful their split up was. And I just watched it and just went, that's it. That's your problems. Seriously. I mean, the world's on the verge of a nuclear war. There's hunger. There's poverty. And you're just saying you didn't like him when you was in that band.
It was very painful for them. Leave them alone! Leave Steps alone!
Could have been worse. Could have been
you
17.
Step fan.
Oh my god.
I'll show my Steps back tattoo.
Oh, go on. Do it.
No.
Oh, I thought he actually had one then for a minute there.
Let's have a whip around. We'll get you one if you want.
Oh yeah.
Yes!
You could get right if you did it properly. Would pull your back open really wide, and then you get Claire tattooed on it, and then you let it go, and it would go.
Yeah. The before or the after picture.
Yeah. Claire, I would just like to say, if you are watching this, and I'm pretty sure you are, bite me. Actually, don't bite me. Just tuck back into that cake.
Think you've had enough, love.
If it's any consolation to her, she is probably very, very rich.
Well,
yeah, but you don't know
There
the
is
price
that.
of cake in London. Pretty expensive.
It is fucking expensive.
I
though.
like
Expensive
this live
days.
stream because seldom do we talk about games.
It's brilliant.
Well, to be fair, RetroUnlim is about retro stuff of all things.
We need a new category.
Like
We need cake.
Steps.
Yes!
Retro cake.
Retro kid.
Celebrities named after cakes.
Claire
I'm
from
struggling.
Steps. Okay.
From Steps. Oh my god, I could totally walk into a supermarket and buy the Claire from Steps cake.
You could have a big standee of her with a cake going, I endorse this!
Yeah, the irony is by the time you get there, she's already eaten it.
Eat them all.
Even though it's made of cardboard.
Yeah. Claire from Steps says, sorry, Claire from Steps. Claire from Steps, give me Lisa's number.
So, on the subject of female gamers, I
Oh
remain
yeah, I forgot it was a
convinced.
topic.
I remain convinced that they don't actually exist. Scott,
They do exist.
Grumpy Gaming HD, thinks that every woman you see on the internet is actually a bloke in a suit.
That kind of makes sense.
I
Apart
think
from
that
the
could be
ones
true.
that are doing the modelling
Every
for you.
woman on the internet, full stop. Like
Yes.
even those Rudy ones.
Well, let me ask you a question, James.
Me in a suit.
Does your wife go on the internet?
Yes.
She lives with me now. We established this in the last cast.
Dave, does James's wife go on the internet?
No, she doesn't, funnily enough. I've tried to encourage her, nurture her, and say, you should go on the internet. It's a wonderful, empowering place. But she says, would you like some cake?
You call my wife fat?
No, she just makes good cake. How was that for a get out of jail card? No, she just makes good cake. Hey, hell, you were married to her before she lived here. You must know how good her cake is.
Her cake's nice.
The
Where
cake's
is
nice,
it?
and then I wash it down with juice.
Nice!
I do not know where this is going, but this is very strange.
It is very strange. She doesn't actually live with me. But you
On
do
the
owe her
Sundays.
to me. You do know that.
You are what?
You do owe her to me. We established this last week. I was.
Yeah, I know. I said you send the box and I'll send her down. Fine.
Was she? No, she wouldn't fit. I haven't got any big boxes. That's what she said. Sorry, not your wife.
Oh God.
Look at me. Why am I doing this? I'm actually looking around for a fucking box. She fits in my Wii U box. Hey, who wants to see something creepy? This is weird. This is horror movie. My cupboard has opened by itself, and there's something well creepy in there.
What
I
is
don't
it?
like creepy stuff.
It's the body from the neighbour yesterday because I was sick and tired of this cunt waking me up, so I killed him. Hang on.
Pete turns up dead tomorrow, man.
Guess what it's going to be? Quickly guess.
Steve Benway.
I don't know if you I don't know if you can buy this in toy stores in this country, but I bought this in Boston in 1991 on holiday in a Toys R Us.
No way.
That is crazy.
Oh, the Ouya?
In a toy shop.
Yeah.
You bought
It
it
is fucking-
in
Oh, yeah.
1991?
Have you seen
Let's-
your advert? That is ridiculous. Have you seen
Let's
it?
do it now. Let's play now.
No! Woo!
The funny thing is, right, where because my uncle emigrated to Boston, and where he lived, there was like a little pilgrim. It was out in the burbs, and there was a little sort of pilgrim's graveyard that was like 1700 or something. So we went there with my American cousin, and we thought it'd be really, really funny to do this. So it was me, both my brothers, my cousin, and her friend, and we were doing a Ouija board in the dark. And then one of them thought they saw a snake, and they all ran off and left me sat there in the dark with a Ouija board in a graveyard, and I didn't want to break it because like, oh, you can't break the link and shit like that. And yeah, I just remember thinking, that's brilliant, everyone, congratulations, you ran off. I'm sat in a graveyard by myself in the dark with a Ouija board. That's not going to have any problem on me in future generations.
So did you actually summon any demons in the end?
No, because let's be honest, all those people who believe are just going to go, no, it's true, there are people. No, it's just the other person moving it around, isn't it?
No.
It is.
No.
No, it's Jimmy Savile behind you.
I've done it once when I was drunk, and it freaked the shit out of me, and I wouldn't do it again. Ouija board dies.
Do they actually work? Really?
Yes, honestly.
They really
Yeah, but I thought it was subconscious shit.
Well, it could be because the other person didn't know the answer to the questions, but it was whatever. It was fucking freaky either way.
Well, I live in the most haunted part of the country, so I'm allowed to take this staunch stance. Staunch stance. Yes.
Stars.
Everyone do that Sean Connery impression. Hooray!
Yes. Sure. There you go.
Bob is fucking about with shit on his face.
How do you do stuff like that? Oh my god. Sorry, how Bristolian. How do you do that in that? I want to do that.
Go to the plastic surgeon.
I want to go to
to
school
do
without
stuff.
any qualifications when I'm 14 in it and work in a petrol station.
And that'd be beautiful.
Oh, there you go. That's beautiful, man.
Mine's not working.
What?
There it is. You saw something there, didn't you?
You've it's brilliant. I like what you've done. You've CG'd headphones on.
Oh, it's the cat in the hat.
It's beautiful.
That actually works really well. Chuck it in the air, like graduation.
It's getting to that point, isn't it, where...
Yes.
So,
So, Steve, quickly, tell us what games you have for the FM Town so far.
Yes.
New
Hang
Zealand
on.
Story.
Sorry, Steve. I know you mentioned it last week, and I don't want to sound like I'm a ignorant, retarded idiot. I am, but FM Town, what's that?
It was an old computer, and this is the consoleized version of that. And it's awesome because you've got really sweet arcade conversions, and you've also got the cream of PC games. So it's the best of both worlds, and I love it.
What sort of spec is it? Architecture.
It's like a 486 PC basically.
All right, nice.
It's not
Was
bad.
it released in this country?
Oh no, it was never. Unless there was some kind of importing or something like that, it's never officially released. No.
Japanese, wasn't it?
Japanese all the way.
Yeah.
Except all the LucasArts games are all in
The
English.
Mega PC thing.
The Megawatt, sorry.
Has it got TIE Fighter and shit on it?
I'm sure it's got LucasArts games on it. I'm sure there's a Star Wars game on it somewhere.
Oh, has it got the Holy Grail, which ironically is actually the fate of Atlantis? See what I did there? Because it's like the point is it because the Lucas point and click adventures were absolutely fucking amazing.
It's so bizarre, right? Because the LucasArts adventures on there are 256 colours, and they've got all the speech, so they're all the talky ones as well. And they're all in English. There's no Japanese at all in them. It's so weird, but it's awesome. I love it.
I gotta look this up now.
FM Towns Marty is what I've got.
Was it expensive?
For what it represents, well, yeah, it's £200 on eBay.
So, does your FM Towns look anything like the picture I have
like
up in the stream?
Yes.
It looks like a Turbo Duo, which is not a bad thing.
It's got a floppy drive on the left. It's awesome, and it's got DB9 connectors, so you can plug in your Mega Drive pads and stuff like that.
Oh, so you can plug in your Aston Martin.
Exactly.
DB9 connection.
I like the pad because it sounds like that bloke from Back to the Future.
Yeah, I like that film. Second one's the best.
Will it work with CBOs?
Travesty.
I don't know.
Spaz, we need to talk.
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah, that's handy when you're building up your collection. You know, plugging the gaps in it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not down with that sort of thing. Careful now.
I have a question because I just did it and I do it all the time. But does anyone else find it funny or awkward or weird or doesn't care that you end up referring to people by their screen name?
Oh, I don't mind. I quite like it. The alternative is you call me Steve.
It's just I've just pissed on my chips.
Okay.
No, I've been on Skype before with people and I've actually said it's all right. You can call me Dave. Don't get me wrong. I really like my screen name, but it's also kind of. So I was just on Skype and everybody's like, "Oh, so hey, Lawn Boy," and like, no, it's you can call me Dave.
Dave, to be honest, I've started telling people that you're LBP. Go and
LBP.
See LBP.
Yeah, you know me.
LBP 7.5. You know, like that.
Oh, you've just street talked me for the new generation.
Yeah.
Get your Pepsi out again. Now it's the new generation.
I finished.
LBP drinks Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi, get on it. It's empty. I want another one, but I don't want to pay for it. I'll be honest.
All right.
I'm looking on eBay for those FM Towns things, and fuck me, they're expensive.
Well, the one I got was relatively cheap in the sense that it was £200, which obviously is expensive, but it's cheap in comparison to other ones.
Are they investment though? Because in the sense that they're quite rare, so they're exclusive. So you pay £200, but essentially it's going to keep its value.
Well, when I received it, I'm going to put a video up about it. When I received it, it was wrecked. It was caked in shit basically, and there was all this soot inside it. It was a mess, and I went ballistic. I lost it big time. Because I just thought, how can you wreck something? To me, it's like a beautiful flower or something, or like a vase. You know, it's priceless, and this guy just wrecked it. So, I mean, I've cleaned it all up, and to be honest, it looks really good now. But
I don't get how people do that to systems. Because don't get me wrong, every now and then there's like a foot of dust on my systems, and then I just go because they're on the floor, and obviously game consoles just suck up dust. And I look and go, oh my god, that's filthy, and I just wipe it off. But how do you just let something get to that state? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's all right. There's a foot of ash on it. 2 months later, oh, it's all right. There's a couple of fag butts. Oh, I'll worry about it next month. 3 years later, there's a dog shit on it. Oh, I'll get it then.
Steve, tell us how you cleaned your FM Towns.
Basically,
sounds like a bowel movement. Sorry.
I've got one of those brushes with like a kidney on it, what you squeeze. I've got one of those. And I just used a shitload of foam and stuff like that, basically. I just went to it. I've got one of these cleaning kits, for PC.
Is it actually like the picture? Is it actually white?
Mine's the FM Towns Mighty 2, so mine's kind of the same sort of, it's same footprint, same build, but it's kind of dark brown. So
I was just going to say, because do they yellow up? Because that always makes me laugh, that people make top consoles, apart from the Wii, which is, pristine, people made consoles out of material that just basically turned into nicotine yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the Nintendo stuff? Was to do with some sort of weird fire retardant thing that was in the plastic.
That's worrying, though, isn't it, really? Yeah. They had to build it fire retardant. Like, why?
Why do you think Segas are all black to start off with?
Yeah, that's it.
But there's this stuff RetroBright you can make up, like with Breaking Bad style chemistry, and it's like ammonia and some other stuff. And it basically, you put this crap onto it, and you either put it out in the sun, or if you live somewhere like me where there's no sun, you get an AV lamp. It's a UV lamp rather, and it basically brings it back to the way it was before. But you've got to get
I need some of that because actually my PC engine could use a bit of spit and polish.
If you Google RetroBright, but you need crazy, like there's ammonia and there's all sorts
like peroxide and
peroxide, hydrogen peroxide,
yeah.
And it's the kind of stuff you fuck it up, it's going to be fumes. Not the good kind. Where you get high.
But it does work.
I mean,
does it? I mean, like, can
it
you
does work,
take an ashtray fucking SNES and make it pristine again?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really? You can properly reverse it?
If you
it
Google
does
RetroBrite, and it's BRITE for some reason, but it's this particular blend of weird chemicals that collectors have, that settled on. And like I said, you put this crap on it, you leave it in the sun for about a day or so, and whatever way the ultraviolet light works with it, it basically just brightens everything back up and gets rid of that.
If you don't clean it off and you leave it in the sun, is it so strong that basically it disappears?
I've got an example here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Lovely.
I'd say the whack of nicotine off that would be something else. That's probably
Oh
been
my God, was that in a house full of 37 smokers?
I don't know if that's real or not.
That is absolutely ridiculous,
I've seen that before.
That's disgusting.
It looks like they've been doing that experiment. You know where you put a tooth in a can of Coke and then leave it open?
I reckon they actually just painted that. They thought it would work better in their 1974 Caravan if they painted it brown.
You're right.
Oh, Commodore, we love you, but I would never admit it in the 80s.
You see, I had a Commodore. I was a Commodore kid.
I've got one.
The Spectrums were weird alien machines to me, with their colour clash and their rubber keys.
I'm with him. Spectrum. Shizzle!
I was +3 with disk drive, yo. I was pimping it.
I've got +3 upstairs still, and I've got the multi-tap. Do you remember the fucking thing you pressed the button on the back and you could basically back the game up instantly? I didn't use it to make copies. I used it as a save feature. I'd get as far as I could in the game and then just go, back it up. And then
What I hated about the +3 was that if you switched it off with a disc inside, it wiped the fucking disc.
See, what I never got about the Spectrums is the fact that to use a proper fucking joystick that the rest of the universe had, you needed something like this. The
interface. Oh, they didn't on the +3.
On the +3, baby.
Yeah,
I got +2.
I have a +2 in fairness, and I do, like I said, there's a lot of Spectrum games I do like. The version of Chase HQ it got was fantastic, but all that playground console
Look at
war
this
shit was
piece
great.
of sexy shit right here.
Oh, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the evening where we just fucking wave stuff at the cameras.
Oh.
I got nothing to wave.
I played one of those in pre-play. Yeah.
I need to get a joystick for it because
My original.
No joysticks work.
Show us your joysticks, guys.
That's my original joystick, but I got with the actual thing.
Oh, look at that bad boy.
Oh, you pleb, I want that.
Oh, look at it.
I got this
It's a mug.
from Alcatraz.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right.
I escaped. It wasn't just Clint Eastwood, it was me. Oh, is that Connix?
Yep, Speed King.
Comics.
I love that.
Oh, you've
That's
got
your
Speed
left-handed.
King! You've got Speed King. I want a Speed King badly.
They're fantastic.
Badly, man.
That's the
It's
first-
I remember the advert, which was, it's ergonomically designed for your hand.
Unless you're left-handed, in which case you're fucked.
Dave, remember
There was a
that?
left-handed.
But no one's
Target Renegade.
Target Renegade's a fucking beast.
I just got that the other day.
This is the one thing that like.
Are you
NES,
going to do a
know,
gameplay, Jay?
I shall.
If you grew up a console gamer, like if your first gaming experience was like a console, you never got stuff like this.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, mommy.
You know how you used to get.
Do you remember the packing game? What was it? The one by Ocean. They sold 1 million.
Yeah. That was the one with the Great Escape in it and some other stuff.
Great Escape was an amazing game. And do you
stream
remember
might
where
have gone down, folks? By the way,
Was that?
What?
I think the stream might have gone down.
What?
What makes you say that?
Well, the fact that I'm looking at it here and it says an error occurred. Please try later. Might
Just
be from
refresh
you.
it. I bet it's just your YouTube player thing.
Yeah, I was having that problem earlier. It may just be my computer.
We're
I think
okay. We're back. False
It's
alarm,
time.
folks.
Yeah.
There
Did
we
you
are.
not think, I used to get specky cassettes that used to have 2 or 3 games on one side. It was impossible to get it to the
It was
next
such,
game.
yeah. Fuck me, that was a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
And I
But as a
couldn't-
Commodore 64 obviously had the tape counter,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
you knew exactly where the game was. It was a
Oh.
fucker.
Oh, the Amstrad CPC 464 had that as well.
Yeah.
I never had one.
Those of us who had Spectrums, we were poor and we couldn't afford such things as fancy counters and things.
Right, we're talking about counters. Another big thing. I'm going to move this thing on.
Good.
Yeah.
So I sit here in my ivory tower with my Amstrad CPC.
I've got one of them also, Bob.
Don't know if you can see this, but look, it's got a pimped out.
You can only use the Commodore tape player, though, can't you? You can't use another tape player with the Commodore.
No,
it's got a proprietary cable.
I don't know if you can see that, by the way. There's a little, like, Knight Rider style, kind of pimped out LED.
Yeah. Hello, Michael.
Boom.
That basically.
How creepy would that be? Every time you sat in kit, it just went,
Michael, I like
I love you inside me.
You smell nice today, Michael.
Your career will be destroyed in 15 years, you alcoholic buffoon.
Guys, if you're enjoying your Spectrum gaming, go and get Divide. Google Divide Spectrum. Yeah, you will love it. You'll be able to instantly play your tape files, instantly play your games. It's just a little device that goes in the back of the expansion port. It is genius. I've got one.
Do you know what makes me laugh is I emulate Spectrum on my Wii, but what really annoys me is even though they're digitized and stuff, I have to load the tape files in real time. How does that? No, seriously.
That's the only downside. That's the only downside to the Divide is that it loads instantly, so you don't get that nostalgic loading screen feel.
Yeah, but that's not a downside, mate. Trust me. The fact that when I loaded a 128K version of Where Time Stood Still in, I'm like, the irony's not wasted on me that it's 2013 and I'm loading a game and I have to wait fucking 15 minutes for it. Even though it's an instant file, it's not actually loading off tape. It's coming off my SD card.
The Divide is only.
But like games like Pang and stuff like that, where the multi-loads, they load instantly. So it's like there's no. It just feels like a cartridge game or something. It's amazing.
It should be like where you have to wait about 15 minutes for it to load, and then it crashes as soon as you try and play it. You have to load it all again.
Was it our tape loading error?
Oh my god, that sucked.
Outrun.
Oh, hang on, put that back up.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that there, but that was the kind of stuff you got. The stuff it started off as a full price game, then budget, then it turned up on one of these compilations.
Oh wow.
Thunderblade.
Oh, the game. Hang on, I can't.
Then got Outrun, Spy Hunter on there.
I wish you'd stop showing this stuff because you're making me want it.
That's what she said.
And the great thing is, for some reason over here, like there's not really everyone collects console stuff. The microcomputer stuff, no one's really interested. So you tend to pick stuff up cheap. Like I got this for like about 50 pence, and like the.
Hang on, is that Lords of Midnight?
Lords of Midnight, yeah. And it has the.
Lords of Midnight is good, but it's no Doom Dark's Revenge.
50 pence.
Well,
Everyone under the age of 30 is just going to say, "What are you even talking about?"
Yeah. You had to be there.
Key overlays.
Do you remember the Beyond
again,
version
please,
of Superman?
Can we see that again, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
I just missed it on the stream. Oh no, the overlay thing.
Oh, the overlay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and stuff like I know Gunship had it, on the C64.
Oh yeah, and the.
Look at that!
Oh yes.
Because especially this is the ZX one, so you obviously need it because so basically I don't know if you can see that there, but it's basically
rubber keys because someone wasn't going to get pregnant.
That's what I loved with those games back then. Like, did you guys ever see the Last Ninja 2 box, the original one?
Yeah, and it actually came with a plastic shuriken and a ninja mask.
Except for some reason,
amazing.
Really good.
The shuriken was taken out when they brought them over here for customs reasons.
Customs.
What? Seriously, someone saw a shuriken away, even though it was plastic. I went, oh yeah,
I'm sorry, but we can't allow plastic in this country.
And yet they let us have the balaclava.
Go figure.
It was the 80s.
What's more dangerous? You could throw a plastic star at someone that wouldn't hurt, or you could hide your face when you punch them in the face.
I'm gonna have to get me one of them Divide things. That looks tasty.
It is really. They're totally worth it. I totally recommend it. You can just basically put all your favourite games on and just load instantly. The best bit about it is you can save emulation states as well and then load those in. So if a game's incompatible, let's say with 128K, you can load it in so far and then use that. It's genius.
It's a pity it wasn't somehow in a box, so it wasn't just a bare board with some chips sitting on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It looks alright though when you plug it into the back. It kind of, I don't know, it sounds strange, it kind of just fits. It looks good.
Looks interesting, so it does.
I can recommend it anyway, it's worth it.
Tis the future.
Sounds good, man.
Ultimate 1541. And it's the same idea. It's basically It's like a flash card for your Commodore 64, and it's quite nifty indeed. There's something though. I mean, do you guys think that having flash cards like the EverDrives or whatever the Power Pack or whatever, that it kills? It makes it very hard to collect for something. That if you have a flash drive, it's very hard to justify actually buying the cartridges. What do you think?
I would only ever do it for the Spectrum. I wouldn't do it for the SNES or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? I would only do it for the Spectrum.
I would. I mean, I have an EverDrive, but it's literally I only use it for stuff that I know that I could not justify dropping a stupid amount of money on. But I want to play it in it's not its original form, but you know what I mean. I want to play it as close to its original form. I mean, technically it is emulation, but you know what I mean. It's not emulation.
It's kind of more piracy than emulation, really.
Yeah, but I only use it for stuff like I should do a gameplay on this. But have you ever played Super Strip Fighter 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death by Boob.
Oh my god.
Googling.
I've got a. I kind of found a nice compromise. I've got there's a company called Tototech made them like at the start of the early 2000s, but they only this is one here, and I've stuck an EverDrive sticker on it because there was no label on it. But it's basically it only holds about 4 games. So again, I'd use it for like stuff like Slapfight MD, which I love, but I'm never going to be able to afford to get a copy of it because it's crazy prices, or homebrew stuff or whatever, So that way you can play your stuff. The odd couple of games, but then you're still open to collecting, So that's what I like. If you look for old flash cards that don't store very much, it's good. And the piracy is bad, people, and makes baby juice.
Piracy is bad, but since we're still doing show and tell, who wants to see something sexy?
Go on. Your fizzy lemonade, is it? Fizzy juice.
PS Sole.
Oh, lovely.
Oh wow! How much did you pay for that, Dave?
It's the reprint edition.
How much did you pay?
I paid 40 quid.
Show me it again, please. I did not see it.
I'll be getting the Dreamcast version. That definitely.
I have not heard.
Why
of that.
is it backwards? I don't understand. It's witchcraft.
It's not for us. It's not for us. It's just for you. It's backwards. It's all right for us.
It's funny because I remember I was on the internet when this is like 2 years ago, and I just bought my Japanese Mega Drive before my midlife crisis, where I decided I wanted every game I had as a child. And someone goes, "Hey, you do know that they've just made this new game for the Mega Drive?" And I looked it up, and it was PSLR, and I'm like, "Oh, it's sold out." And then so I went to the website anyway, and I literally went on the day they announced it. We're going to do one reprint edition. I just went, when you just luck into something. I just went, "Oh, I'll have that." And it's an absolute. And I don't even like role-playing games. There's only 2 role-playing games I've completed in my life.
Dave, do you have Oh Mummy for the Mega Drive?
No.
It's the most recent cart that they've released. It's called Oh Mummy Genesis, and it's a conversion of the Amstrad CPC game, but there's also a new port with new levels and things like that.
I shall look it up. Do you know what I like about this, though, is it says Genesis Mega Drive on it, and it's a PAL-shaped cartridge, but it has the notch out of the side.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's been castrated.
Yes, it's been neutered. It's like I said, I don't like role-playing games, but it's absolutely amazing. I think it's it's 64 meg. It's the biggest.
Have you got the CD with it, Dave, as well? The soundtrack?
No, I didn't. That was I don't know. I think that was with the original, not the reprint.
Because that integrates, doesn't it? You put it into the Sega CD and it integrates with the game.
Yeah, it kicks into the game, doesn't it? It syncs or whatever, so you get the music.
That was genius. I like the idea of that.
I like the sound of that. I haven't heard of that before. Sounds like
I just like the fact that it's a dead system and someone took that, because people say they've made a new game for an old system, but it's like they didn't just make a new game. They there's so much effort in it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Why is he fucking me?
Chuck Rock! It's Chuck Rock.
Maybe we should have a whip around and buy Chris a shirt.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you are naked.
You need to get a
Because
bra
you're
as well.
too purdy for us to look at.
Speaking of Chuck Rock, check this bad boy out that someone sent me today.
Who's taking a whiz?
Oh yeah, I saw that on Instagram on the tweet. Right on.
It's a Chuck Rock badge. And what is this?
Chuck Rock 2, son of Chuck.
The son of Chuck Norris.
No.
I'm naked because I'm about to get in the bath, so I'm completely naked. So I just thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Pre-bathroom edition.
Look at James, he's like, my eyes!
He's tried to.
My eyes!
This is too much for him.
Eyes!
It's it. He's gone.
Have I sent you catatonic, James?
Yes.
Sorry, I was doing text.
Oh.
I just came on to say I hope you have a very good stream, and sorry I couldn't be.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
sorry.
thanks for popping in,
Oh,
Chris.
thank you. A very good bath, Chris.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
I'm gonna-
Enjoy your bath and don't do naughty things.
This is
Oh,
the,
but-
before I've done the video. I just got my 3DS XL
lovely.
today.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
good
So,
lad. Good
I'm
work.
going to be playing a bit of the old Animal Crossing in the bath.
In the bath?
Don't drop it.
Yes.
At least if you drop it, you're not going to electrocute yourself. You're just going to
Well,
fuck
that's
your
true.
DS up. But
No. I do lots of stuff like that in the bath. I do on my tablet in the bath and all that business. Most of my Facebooking is done in the bath.
wow, really, I just bathe.
It's a relaxing activity, and I haven't sat down all day, so now I need to combine two activities in one.
Have you finished your kitchen?
Nearly. It's very
Nearly.
close. Bit of tiling. Anyway, I shall see you all later.
Thank you,
Have a nice
Chris.
one.
All
Cheers,
right,
Chris.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mate.
I'm glad he went off before he sort of stood up and went for his bath, to be honest.
Yes. Right, guys, I'm going to head. That is my 1 hour 30 minutes limit for the seating.
Okay, thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Monkey Spaz, aka James.
See you later, James.
We
Oh,
may, be,
yeah.
we may be joining each other in the future for a bad influence commentary, so guys, look out for that.
And hugs.
Bye.
Hugs.
Cheerio.
Sorry?
And hugs.
Big
Hugs.
hugs.
Special hugs.
That's if you're outside of Scotland, he means handshakes.
That's it. Bye!
Bye.
Well, there we go. Now that James is gone, I believe it's time for Game of the Week.
Game of the week.
Which isn't working.
It isn't working, is it? It's all gone black.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
Hey.
There we go.
We've got some Super Mario 64 in the
Yes,
stream.
sorry.
You know, can I be honest? I never got what the big deal was about that game.
Well, this is the big deal about this game. You can pull Mario's nose and arms. Well, not his arms. His nose and his mouth. And that's just about it, really.
No, I just, I mean, I'm not.
sensitive.
I'm not doubting that it was technically very, very good and everything like that, but everyone goes on about this amazing landmark game, and I'm about to piss off every fucking Mario fanboy, and quite frankly, I couldn't care bite me, Mario fanboys. But I don't know, I didn't find it fun to play.
Play it on the DS. It's a new experience. It's almost exactly the same, except you get loads of extra content, and you can obviously use the touchscreen to manipulate Mario. So it's pretty cool. It's worth doing it, and you get the multiplayer game in there as well. So it's worth getting.
I downgraded. See, I sold my 3DS, and I bought this.
And you made the right choice.
It's a Game Boy Pocket.
Yes.
It was a game child.
Only it annoys me because it's spelt incorrectly, because, you know, we have to bow down before the Americans.
Bow down to the Americans. That's right, isn't it, Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
It is. I mean, if you look at it, it is graphically very, very impressive. There's no denying that.
It is it's pretty cool. I found it really difficult to play.
I do like that effect as well when you jump into the pictures.
2 words. Dave Berry.
Yeah. Oh my god, that.
Oh, I need to... Oh, I'm not that far in the game yet, but... Oh, actually, yes, I can use one of the other files and try and recreate the moment when Dave Perry blew up.
Have you seen the N64 multiplayer hack on YouTube and stuff like that? That's pretty awesome.
No.
Punching Goombas.
2 Marios like kicking off at each other. It's really cool.
Oh,
Sounds
nice.
awesome.
It's just exactly the
Punching
same game.
Goombas sounds like it sounds like a race crime.
No, I really enjoyed Mario 64, especially when it first came out.
I do remember that everyone tried to catch up with it, and you got all this bunch of fucking not fully pseudo 3D shit on the PlayStation afterwards, didn't you? Stuff like
Oh god,
Gex
yeah.
and-
Yeah, most definitely. Everybody tried to throw the...
Although I did like Spyro.
Yeah, Spyro's good.
Well, the thing is, the platformer for years was like the staple of console gaming, and you couldn't keep it 2D forever. Like, so once this came out, it was like, oh shit, we've all got to go 3D. And like the one thing, the camera is.
The rest of the world were like, company-wise, was just going, oh fuck you, Nintendo. Seriously, we have to do this now. This is going to take a lot of work.
It's something they don't do anymore, but I really liked it. That was Jumping Flash on the PlayStation.
Jumping Flash was a fucking amazing game.
was
Like,
good,
the
wasn't it?
concept.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you felt genuine. I'm not even scared of heights unless I'm high. You felt a genuine sense of vertigo.
You're
when
like a first-person big robotic rabbit. It's great fun.
Yeah. Oh, they should totally reboot Jumping Flash.
Yes. We shall write to our congressman.
I'll write to your congressman, as they say in the States.
Yes. Oh,
Dear David Cameron, could you stop giving all our money away overseas and make them make Jumping Flash too?
Oh, so silly, Dave.
P.S. Chillax.
Chillax, man. Yes, Jumping Flash.
I mean, you're talking about 2D platformers and 3D platformers. Like, that was the reason when Symphony of the Night came out. Like, it got some really bad reviews. People went, "Oh yeah, it's great, but it's a 2D platformer, and you shouldn't make them anymore."
Yeah.
But
now we've done the full 360, isn't it? Which is everyone's going like the reimagining series of WiiWare stuff. Like, although what annoys you about the Gradius remake is amazing, the Contra remake is amazing. Why the fuck is the Castlevania remake a Game Boy Advance game? I don't know if you played it. It's not even full screen. All the other ones are absolutely amazing reimaginings, and then the Castlevania. And it's a good game. It's just I don't want to spend that much money on WiiWare to get a Game Boy Advance game.
Was this is it a remake of like This isn't because I don't really.
Rebirth. They're called this is the Rebirth series. Sorry.
All right, but this isn't the one to do with Castlevania Adventure, is it? I know there was a. Hang on, I'm gonna have to Google this, but I'm pretty sure there was some sort of Wii remake of one of the Game Boy, not Game Boy Advance, but Game Boy. Hang on.
That's what it is, I think.
Yeah, is it it's the one that nobody liked, the Castlevania Adventure one.
Yeah, but what annoys me is all the other Rebirths are completely brand new original games. So I just thought that was a bit of a cop-out, if you know what I mean. Hang on, I'm trying to plug my Wii in right now. You know what? I know everyone slates it, but I will honestly say that the Wii is one of my favourite consoles ever.
It's a great console.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Wii.
Everyone goes, oh, it's not hardcore. Like, bite me. It's fucking hardcore enough for me.
It is hardcore. It's got GameCube on it. So.
The only thing that bugged me about the Wii was...
Shut up, I'm not listening.
No, like, we all grew up, we spent years honing our hand-eye coordination to use, controllers where you have a thumb pad or a joystick or whatever. A mouse and keyboard. And then you've got and it's the like, I remember playing it with friends, kids, like playing, what was it, Mario, the version of Mario Kart on it. And they were trouncing us because, like, they were just immediately taken to the motion controls. Whereas, like, I still wanted to use a proper controller.
I think I prefer. I'm not saying it's as accurate or as quick, but first-person shooters for me, I love the Wiimote. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
The only thing I don't like the fact that you're holding something up in the air as opposed to with a controller, with a mouse or whatever, when you're moving it around, you're actually on something. It's the fact that you're holding something up, and that's why I always find it so inaccurate.
Go on, Dave. Dave Ferry!
No!
Hang on.
I've been writing.
I don't know if this is even going to work. I'm going to try it. I'm going to point you at my TV.
I don't know what to say. I've been stitched up.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, see, there's your Contra Rebirth, right? There's your Castlevania Rebirth. But what annoys me is I don't know have I got the pad plugged in? I love that, the fucking disclaimer like you're fucking retarded or something. Why aren't you working? I don't even know what it's doing. But yeah, I just quickly get into it, and it's just the screen's really small. I don't doubt that it is a good game, but it just seems a bit of a cop-out compared to the other ones. Hang on. See what I mean? It's not full screen. Can you see that? And it looks like, let's be honest, the other games are brilliant. They're like proper SNES graphics, but this looks like a Game Boy Advance game. Not that that's wrong, but, you know, it's running on the Wii. Anyway, that's my criticism of that game now. It's not saying it's a bad game, it's just, you know...
Not as good as the other ones. That's what I've been...
Yeah, it's just, it seems to be the weak card in the hand because they made such an effort on the other ones.
I mean, even if you understand the GBA, even if they just, you know, ported the GBA games to like the... what are the two GBA ones? The Circle of the Moon, Distance of Harmony, whatever it is. Like, you know,
Distance of Harmony is brilliant.
I loved all of them, and even the DS ones I like. But just porting them would have been great, you know, because they're and obviously have them full screen. Because that looks like you were getting a 4:3 screen, and it wasn't designed for widescreen, which is weird.
Yeah, but that's what annoys me. As I said, that's what annoys me, because all the other Rebirth games are absolutely brilliant. Because they're actually, they look like SNES hardware, but they run with no slowdown.
Are you sure it isn't just that, you know, the UK EU version and the Japanese one, the American one are probably like, you know, super high def graphics because Nintendo hate Europe, basically?
No, because that's the NTSC one.
Oh.
Gentlemen, we have some comments. I'm just about to get them up now so we can read them. Colo CPC is here. Oh, he's always here. Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
He says that All Mummy on the Mega Drive rocks, especially in an emulator. I have to agree with him. And in fact, you can go and download that for free, and it's completely legal. They made it available because they ran out of
Wind?
the print run. Yeah, the print run ran out, basically. And Colo CPC also says, the thing about Mario 64 probably was it was dead fast 3D compared to everything else. Like the competition, like the Mega Drive was still Wolfenstein 3D-like. AKA Bloodshot or similar.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can't really compare Mario to the Mega Drive, though, can you? Like, you know, 64, surely. I don't know. I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Mexico!
You got Henry's Cat Ruler. I used to have a VHS tape of Henry's Cat.
Henry's Cat was epic. Ever so slightly disturbing, but...
Chris Rabbit was a bit disturbing, but yes, there you go. Henry's Cat Ruler, and on the other side he says...
Speaking of stuff they should remake, I want to remake of Rhubarb and Custard.
Didn't they do a new series?
Didn't they? Yeah.
A few years back. But
I just squiggly lines.
Sort of a full-on manga version.
Weren't the birds in the trees absolute bastards?
Oh God, yeah. They couldn't do it now because Richard Bry is dead now.
Oh, I completely forgot that. Then I just remembered. Oh, you were awesome. You were supposed to be bulletproof. God, reanimate him or something. The world needs him.
The world needs more Bryars.
Oh, Felicity Kendall. Felicity, you fill me with electricity.
Did you make that rhyme up yourself just now?
No, I nicked it from the Young Ones book. There's a Young Ones book. And it's Rick's ode to Felicity Kendall.
Well, it's good that you're honest with us again.
House, you are made of stone, but you are not alone. Funny thing is, though, right? Why is it if you watch stuff like the Young Ones on TV, you get to watch it in its original version, but if you buy the remastered version on DVD, they take all the original music out and shit.
Yeah, it's a bit like that with Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
They did a DVD remastered version supposedly, but they took a lot of jokes out.
Yeah, what's the point in that?
That bad boy.
Oh, he's got it there.
It's fucking huge. I'm talking about my penis. This is quite big as well.
That's one of the reasons why they can't put the Wonder Years on DVD.
Is it?
Yeah, because they can't get the rights to the music anymore. They have the rights to music to put it on TV, but they haven't got the rights to use it on
one
DVD.
of my favourite sitcoms ever, and it annoyed me because they only ever released, and not even in this country, they only ever released the first season, is why can't they release the Drew Carey Show on DVD?
I don't know.
It's an amazing show.
Well, I used to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway US.
Boo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those of us who were cool only watched the English one.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I only watched the American one many years later because I used to watch the British one as a kid.
Friday
and
night in the 90s was the best TV night of the week.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Very true.
You had Whose Line Is It Anyway? You had Cheers. Oh, good times.
Wasn't the Word on Friday night?
Yeah. I'd do anything to be on TV.
I remember watching that with the sound really low in my bedroom, just in case my mum and dad heard me watching it.
Did you put the subtitles on as well?
No, because my thingy didn't have teletext.
Oh,
crap.
no.
It was just like a really crappy portable one I had in my TV, my room for playing on my NES.
Oh, neither did mine. Actually, I used to have a Ferguson television, but it broke. The CRT, the tube went, and so I had to use a black and white one that we had in the attic, and it was an experience playing Super Mario Brothers 2 on a black and white television.
Oh, no.
Do you know what the best mindfuck ever is? Watching, and it's one of those things, I like playing snooker, I hate watching it, but it's addictive in the sense that if you ever actually catch it, like snooker's on TV and you start watching it, as much as you want to hate it, it draws you in. It's like through the fucking looking glass. But if you watch, this is going to make me sound mental, if you watch snooker on a black and white TV, your brain colorizes it.
There was that famous quote years ago, like the guy, whoever was doing the commentary, going, and now for those of you watching on black and white televisions, the green ball is behind the pink.
Shall we, I don't know, I just remember the joke at school, which is, when you're banging a bird, shall we go for the easy pink or the difficult brown?
Oh.
Sorry. And on that note, you'll have to excuse me for one moment, I'm going to go for a slash.
Excuse me. I'm just going to the loo. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, I was just doing Dave's voice there on behalf of him. I hope he doesn't mind. He caught the back end of that there.
It was a very, very good impression, that, Harry. I enjoyed it.
That was good.
Hi guys, Longbows Post 1975 here. Oh, does he say Dave? Does he say Dave at the beginning of his videos, or does he call himself Longbows Post?
Yeah, he calls himself Longbows, yeah.
See, you see what I was trying to do there? I don't know why I was trying to do that. I saw the empty screen, so I instantly sort of tried to move to fill that screen. It doesn't work like that, does it? If it did, I'd be really scared.
Somebody say something while Lombard's gone. I've run out of questions, unfortunately.
Big fat cocks.
Hello.
Favorite YouTuber? Oh, we asked that last week, I think.
Me.
Didn't we? Favorite YouTuber?
Can you pick yourself?
Dave Webster.
Dave Webster, yes. I've not watched his stuff for a while now. Is he the one who plays the guitar? And he was recently playing some U2 in one of his videos. Very
true, yeah. He's pretty good, actually. He's got really conversational. He's really easy to get on with and stuff like that. And for some reason, he likes me a lot, so I don't know why. He's pretty awesome.
You're a very likeable chap, Steve, which is why we like you here at RetroUnlim.com.
Well, thank you very much.
Mine at the moment are Retro Liberty. Still love those guys. Really do. Very entertaining.
What about the Game Chasers? What do you think of them?
See, I like the Game Chasers, but I know this whole thing, this whole sort of retroware TV thing they're doing at the moment with them and what's his name? The man, the NES boy. What's his name?
The NES boy.
Pat the NES Punk.
Pat the NES Punk. That's it. Yeah. I don't know. I'd still prefer Retro Liberty now as a game chasing thing.
In fairness, I always get insanely jealous watching those Game Chasers videos because compared to us, they've it's so easy. They go to like a flea market or whatever, and it's like, oh look, I've just tripped over all these incredibly rare, NES games.
Yeah.
And they're going, fuckers, all I get is like a couple of ratty pirated PS2s of mine.
That reminds me.
Chickens.
Chickens.
That reminds me.
Don't start on the chickens again because I'm insanely jealous.
Bob, earlier you were showing us a Mega Drive Everdrive, I think it was.
Yeah.
Now, I remember reading once that there's some really rare cartridges that they used to have in video game rental stores in the States. And what they were blank cartridges, and you could load the ROM onto the cartridge, and then they would rent that game out.
That's fucking quality.
Yeah, apparently there's a few of these still knocking around in the wild, and they're worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And we don't even know what games are on there.
I know, isn't there that blockbuster competition cart or something, which has 4 games on it, but you only get to play the first level of each game, and you have to do a high score or something, and that's worth insane money. But the irony is, you don't actually get to play a full game of anything on it.
Yeah, Nintendo World Championships.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, that was, yeah.
It's got Rad Racer on it, but Rad Racer is shit.
Do you remember those the little pod things you used to have in shops where you could play a NES, but it turned off after about 2 minutes and reset itself?
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, what a tease!
Yeah, you bastards! You're playing on Mario or something like that, and then you go, ooh, and it resets itself.
Yeah. I think yours was just broken.
Yeah.
It was the same as the one I brought home as well.
I do remember when I used to go to the arcades as a kid and look at all the amazing games, and then I saw Play Choice 10 and thought, why? What's the point? It's fucking Space Harrier over there.
Tortured me, that. I used to put money in. You only get about 4 or 5 minutes, don't you, for a quid or something daft like that. And I used to play Mario and get really far into it, and then it'd just stop, and it'd be like, oh, it used to cripple me.
Well, that's right. It was time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's timed. Basically, just a NES with a timer.
If I remember rightly, though, the Super Nintendo one had, I think it had the Super Mario World before it was really available over here.
There's a hotel version, isn't there? Do you know that? Yeah. There's like a weird hotel, multi-slot, big. It's massive. It's black and all the stuff's built into it. But it was released in hotels in North America, and you put money into it to play Super Nintendo.
Game Stray One's got one.
Yeah, I think I just would have put it on the porn channel instead. It was cheaper.
Actually, there was I mean, never mind paying money to play an NES. There was an Atari 800, the computer. There was a company called Deco did these machines, and it was pretty much you could play. They did it for specific games, like Boulder Dash was a big one. There's a few others, but literally to play like Boulder Dash, which is not a time-based game, and this cabinet, which was a dedicated cabinet for it, you'd put money in. And then it would give you an allocated amount of time to play this game, and then it would obviously stop. But this looked like a full arcade cabinet with just this one game running on it.
Wow, cheap.
Yeah.
Neo Geo, you couldn't use the memory cards in Neo Geo to play that on the arcades as well at one point. I think you could, with the AES and the MVS, you could save your game if you had it in the same game on your home system. Take your memory card out, stick it into the arcade, and continue your game on the arcade.
I know you could also, not the same thing, but couldn't you F-Zero on the GameCube? Couldn't you take there was an arcade version, wasn't there? And you could use your GameCube save card, unless you take it and slap it.
That rings a bell, yeah.
Yeah, it was on Triforce hardware, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah.
I had video glasses once. I bought them off eBay just to see what they were like. And when you got the 480 by 640 or something or whatever, and the glasses, and I bought them just because they were like 50 quid, and you could plug them into your console. And I remember plugging them into my GameCube at the time. So they say it's the equivalent of watching a 50-inch TV. No, it was the equivalent of fucking having two really small images in front of your face that made you want to have a fit. But I do remember playing F-Zero on it and on the GameCube, and it was so fast. I was like this, and I was just going, and then just had to take them off because my head was about to explode. I just couldn't take it in through my eyes.
It's like that bloody Mega CD advert when he was playing Suicide Shark. He's like.
They cut it, they edited it. What he actually wanted to say was, before they cut it, was, this game's fucking shit.
I think Tiger Eye Zone. Have you seen a Tiger Eye Zone? You'll have that same experience.
Oh, yes!
You'll have that same kind of shocking experience.
Good God.
Sorry, F-Zero on the GameCube, is that the one that they only found out in the last year or so, that there was like an Easter egg, a hidden version of the arcade game? F-Zero GX, basically, there's a kind of...
If what you're telling me is true, I'm really annoyed that I sold it.
I've got it. So there's like an hidden mode, is there, or something?
Yeah, F-Zero GX on the GameCube. Really, I'm just reading this now because I looked it up.
Well, because it's by Sega, innit, basically.
Yeah.
It's by Sega Amusement Vision, right?
Yeah, exactly. But basically, there was a... hang on. You've got a cheat code in. It's a fairly long one, and it accesses basically this arcade game, which is F-Zero AX, which is a different version of the game. If you Google it, I have no idea how to the code because I don't have it myself. But,
by that statement alone, you've just raised the price of that game.
Right on.
He would have done if anybody watched us.
Did you say?
But this was only found out last year. Like the game's out whatever amount of years, but somebody literally only worked this out in the last year or so. You know the bloke who wrote it was just it sat at home and just went, finally, thank you.
The same can be said of GoldenEye 007 on the N64. I believe it was earlier this year that they found out there were some ROMs actually on the cartridges. You couldn't play them, you needed an emulator. But the ROMs, the data for those, I think they were Mega Drive games or SNES games or something like that, were actually on, I'm going to look it up now actually, on the cartridge for GoldenEye on the N64.
I think I would have mentioned this in one of the other streams as well. We're just talking about like Easter eggs and things hidden. One of the last Dreamcast releases was one with a couple of Mega Drive games in it. And when it was being cracked and pirated within a day or two of it being released, there was basically a text file on there, and it was literally addressed to whatever hacking crew normally did it, and it basically said, look, if you want to use any other ROMs with this is an emulator, and when you crack this, you can copy all the ROMs into this one folder and re-release it, like with as a freebie. Now this is the dying days of PC.
With our blessing.
Yeah, pretty well with the programmer, but nobody else's blessing. But yeah, it was literally a text file in there addressed to this cracking crew, like on the retail game, kind of going, basically, if you happen to put ROMs in here, it'll load them automatically, so which was nice.
Just to confirm the GoldenEye story, it's actually a fully functional ZX Spectrum emulator.
No.
Containing
games in it?
a Tick Attack, Saberwolf,
that Tick Attack was amazing.
Jetpack, and Nightlaw.
Because it's all Ultimate Play the game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rare Ultimate, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jetpack is still hands down one of the greatest games ever made in the history of everything that is fine and glorious.
Very true.
Indeed, indeed.
We have
to a lesser degree, Lunar Jetman is also reasonable.
Solar Jetman on the NES, and I find it insanely hard. But I'm a crap gamer, though.
Do you know what I played on the NES the other day, and I was really disappointed because it's not anywhere near as good as the Spectrum version. Cybernoid. How do you fuck up Cybernoid? Don't get me wrong, Cybernoid's not perfect, because quite frankly, it's as fun as having yourself punched in the balls, but because it's so fucking, no pun intended, balls hard. But it's a brilliant game on the Spectrum, like considering the limitations of the hardware. But I played it on the NES, and I was just like, how do you fucking take superior hardware and fuck this up that badly?
I used to like Dunderak on the Spectrum.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, and what was the other one? Turnanog and Marsport.
Turnanog.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I butchered that. That's because I'm English.
I can barely fucking pronounce it.
But yeah, Marsport was amazing. I just remember those games being, when you walked, it was so epic. This bloke just went... with his flowing long hair.
It's like Scooby-Doo running.
Yeah.
I used to love Scooby-Doo.
That's one thing with the spec. You did get lovely big sprites.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. No colours, but lovely big sprites.
Yeah.
I don't know, Popeye on the Spectrum.
Oh, all the
graphics.
Don Bluth games.
Colour.
Was it Don? No, who was it? Those games were Trapdoor, Popeye,
Don
Flunky.
Priestley.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Trapdoor was awesome.
Proper quality stuff. Still got my Popeye somewhere.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to the clinic tomorrow.
To pop his eye. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming towards the end of this particular 2-hour broadcast, but we're just going to take a quick look at the comments before we leave. And Smooth MJ says, the theme song to Married with Children was also swapped with a sound-alike for the DVD release because they couldn't get the rights from Sinatra's estate.
Yeah, but the fun is, because I've got every single Married with Children box set, because it's quite frankly one of the greatest sitcoms ever made. The first season doesn't have the original Frank Sinatra soundtrack, but the second season does, but none of the other ones do. It's like they couldn't afford the rights, and they afforded them for one season, and then they lost them. It's really weird. And plus the sound-alike, Smooth MG says it's true, the sound-alike is fucking appalling. Sound-alike, my ass, sounds like shit.
Yeah.
And Darren Warstock says, Harry Knack. Hello,
Darren.
Harry Yak needs to get a webcam, which is entirely true.
I need to get a
It's
webcam.
part of your mystery, man. You're like, you're just
No one will ever see his face.
Yes.
I didn't think you had a face. I thought you were just a collection of sprites.
That's it, exactly. That's the reason I never appear.
You got a
That
voice
picture
for
of you on
radio.
here, is that your face but sprited?
Yes.
Yes. It's very good.
I've got a very good plastic surgeon, I can tell you that.
We
That is
approve.
pretty accurate, yeah. My picture's pretty accurate to me. I pretty much look like that, apart from the bottom bit.
Well, Zangief.
My picture's very accurate. I am literally a collection of letters.
That's the end of level boss on Gunsmoke, just for anyone interested.
Yes, of course.
I thought it was Zangief.
Oh,
I thought it was Zangief too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you caught us all out there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's pretty much my head.
Actually, now you mention
Are you always that angry in public? Well, I recognise you because you'll just be.
That's it. That's my rat face. That.
Yeah. Is that how you pay for petrol?
Videos. You haven't got a video.
That's his passport photo.
Yeah. In fact, when he goes through customs, he has to grunt or they won't recognise him.
Veins need to pop out.
Hang on a minute. He's like this. Hang on a minute.
And they all say, "Hey, aren't you Zangief from Street Fighter 2?"
No, God, yeah.
No, I'm the end of level boss.
Boss from Gunsmoke.
Why?
I'm sorry, sir, but we won't let you fly today because you're too angry.
I wonder if the angry video game.
Don't forget to help yourself to a spork.
Would you let Bjork fly?
Yeah. Oh, Bjork, it's funny because who knew she was batshit crazy? Are you a journalist? I would like to pull your hair.
Peter.
Does she? I was going to say a horrible statement. Does she even exist anymore? Sorry. Is she still around? Does she just popped out? She just popped out of existence.
Yeah, she's in the same place as Dominic Diamond.
Am I the only person in the 90s when I watched Human Behaviour and just went, I ain't got a fucking clue what that was about. Someone help me, please.
I'm sure
I was
by
pressing.
Icelandic standard, she's actually fairly sane.
I was pressing the subtitle button, but it's the 90s and I got a CRT telly, so it didn't work.
Okay then, gentlemen, do you have anything else to add to this edition of RetroUnlim Live?
Everyone needs camera hats.
Yes.
I need a webcam.
They keep
You need a webcam.
I got a webcam. Seriously, I'm not. This is not me throwing them around, but I have a box full of webcams. PM me your address. I'll send you a webcam.
No problem, Dave. Thanks, mate.
No worries.
Sign it if you happen to get one of them. That's the PS2 one. You plug it into a PC, and it's pretty easy to get going. So if you have one of them, let me know. I can send you the drivers.
Oh, and it even looks like a little PS2. Oh, that's pretty natty, isn't it?
It's lovely.
I've even got a silver one somewhere to match my silver PS2.
Yeah. Oh, I have a silver PS2. Anyway, going a little bit off topic.
Rambling man.
We have hit the 2 hours, and I promised right at the top of the show we'd keep this down to a nice and compact 2 hours to prevent any further madness. So, ladies and gentlemen...
Because I have another podcast to work on. But it's
yes. I'm glad you said that. What are you doing there? Nice teeth, Rich.
Thank you. I had them polished and whatnot not long ago.
Oh, especially for the stream? Oh, that was...
Yes. Because before they were covered with nicotine and shit.
Are you a smoker?
Just get that.
No.
It's called.
If you are a smoker, I would just like to say thank you very much for funding the NHS for the rest of us.
That's right.
Did you use that console cleaner on your teeth?
Yeah.
I did. I did. In a bath.
Well, guys, it's been an awful lot of fun. Would you all like to sum the show up in one word before we go? Bob?
Biscuits. That's 2 words, never mind.
Chickens.
Rich?
Cock rings.
Steve?
Woohoo!
And Harry Yak? Cheesy. Good night.
Good night.
Night, folks.
Bye.
Sayonara.